Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Joel Moran. I'm here with River Brown, Andrew Velez, Joel Dehls, and this is now episode 200. In this episode, we are joined by Through the Wire to talk about our top 5 starting lineups entering the season, our early Rookie of the Year prediction, if RJ is ready to take the leap into superstardom, and if the Warriors should give Draymond the max. So a quick YouTube studio and Patreon member shout out to David Calderon, The Real Zayte, Kakompo, Krilo, King J, Phantom Wolf, Danko Hawkins, Matthew Jimenez, Big Pinky, Nazir, Hash Brown, Zayte, Drew the Goat for Real, Doug, Laurent, King J, Dixon, Riv is dating my aunt, Armin, Nico, Put Your Feet on the Phone, Jaron, Nick, Vincent, your local bronze sexual, Jordan, Tua is amazing, love you, Drew, MG Nas, bro. UK Boj, J Love, Clear, Zach W, Cole, Nazir, Dwayne, Riv has massive glutes, Travis, Drew's the GOAT, Holmes, your boy Nick, Jake the Snake, Corrupt, Dylan, Afosa, Mason, Riv's head hits, Gentile Drew, Cade MVP, SP Vorzi shot, Jordan what, Yo Riv, can I hit, Joel is the GOAT, Mayo, Andre, Peter, Daniel, Ben, Ruthless Rooster dives in deep, Kill Move, Joel B, Eagle Dollar, Corey, Get Funkoed, Dom, Orlando, Big Chuck, Hook, Cole, Liam, T Grove, Tua Sucks on Ka, Ryan, Epic Lankiness, It's Black Ace, PJs, Langston, Jazzy Juice, Johannes, Dave, Muffin, Sean, Burner Hoops, Court Cousins, Hakari, and Jay Aqua.
Good old Jay Aqua. 200th episode, special. Boys. It's lit.
I'm excited. And I'm excited because we're here with Through the Wire. I can't do the intro like you, Pierre,
and there you go. That's all right.
You have to do the Through the Wire introduction.
Through the Wire.
We're spoiled. We're lit. It's going to be a great episode. It's going to be super great.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to ask y'all a question, though.
Yes, sir.
Is y'all prepared to like, this is 8 people on one panel. I don't even know.
I've never been on a panel with 8 people having a conversation.
I'll tell you what, I have a problem with talking little. But today is going to be one of those that I got to be very mindful of my time. So, yes, we're going to be very diligent with our words.
You sure?
Love to see that.
I think the
actually.
8-panel thing is going to work out just fine.
Okay.
I see that Dan Lebitard, he actually has occasionally like a lot of people on a panel on his show.
Okay.
And it's all like through Zoom and everybody has their different webcams. I think this is easier because we're each in one space.
That's facts. So we just got to be mindful. If someone's talking...
Yeah,
we take it easy.
My question is, since it's 8 of us, who is the real starter 5? Forget the NBA top starter 5s. Out of us, who's starting and who coming off the bench?
Well, I can't answer who's starting, but I can tell you one thing for sure. Mm-hmm. Without a doubt, I'm the face of the franchise. I'm not the face of the franchise.
Nah, listen, Pierre's been on a
title.
Okay, that's real. That's real.
Well, KB, you can't even play basketball anymore, so I don't know if you're gonna start.
Well, you can't play basketball.
I'm cool with coming off the bench. I'm
okay, Lou Will.
Manu Ginobili vibes.
That's facts.
Facts. Lefty. Yeah, I mess with that.
KB, you're lefty too?
Only shooting the ball. Everything else in life, I'm right.
Okay. I'm lefty everything. So that's real.
Okay.
Yeah, Riv is definitely starting for us.
I'm starting.
The hard part is out the way, which is always who you building the team around. We got that. We got that.
Oh, man.
We got our group of rotational
I think
guys,
the important question is who is my side? Who's my number 2? Who's my Kobe?
How tall are you, P?
6'4".
6'4". All right. So you're probably our 2. I'm not going to front. Because Riv's what? 6'1", 6'2". I'm 6'1", 6'2". This guy is our quote-unquote big man. He's 6'4". Joel.
I'm coming off the bench.
Yeah, he's our bench piece. He's our bench piece.
Me and Riv got in a big debate, actually, a few weeks ago at Joel's party about who would win our 5 versus his 5. We never saw it on the court yet, but...
Wait, but hold on.
Happen.
In all honesty, though, I only say that because I'm overweight. I'm out of shape right now. I get into shape, I'm starting.
No, listen, bro. You used to hoop. You were really good at ball.
I'm starting. We're gonna be the Jalen Brunson or Donovan Mitchell backcourt.
Tough. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Who is y'all ball handler / facilitator? Who's making the plays over there?
Probably.
That's
Riv.
Riv. He's a slasher.
Yeah.
He's a slasher.
I got a decent shot on me. I could pass the ball a little bit. It's weird though because I was really tall when I was young, so I knew how to play on the inside really well, and then I just stopped growing. So I became a big man in a small man's body. So my inside game is pretty strong for only being 6'1".
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the defender?
Probably me and
Rev
Rev.
is a defender.
Yeah, probably me and Rev.
Okay.
I clamp up though when I'm in shape though.
I think we have to do they top 3 and not top 2.
We have a great defensive
Start the
lineup.
Damn. Why you just shit on Derek?
Yeah, you basically just said forget Derek.
D-Mills, can you
I know
hoop?
you consider yourself as part of the top 2 over here.
Of course.
Right, so you just shitted on Derek. We need Derek. He's a center. He's a center
Facts.
for both teams.
Facts.
Nobody's as big as him.
D-Mills, how tall are you, bro?
I'm 6'3", 6'4".
Oh,
The physique, you talking about the physique.
Facts,
Yeah.
though. Facts, though.
I think
Yeah,
just
the
that
physique.
I'm banging
Yeah.
down low though for
Yeah.
sure. Don't get it twisted. I'm banging down
Okay.
low.
I like hey, the next
Caught
time,
me by surprise. I
The
didn't
next
you
time we come to New York, hopefully the next time we come to New York, we got some free time or some shit because we
Yes,
always
sir.
busy. But we definitely gonna have to hit a gym, man.
I'm
for
with that.
sure.
I'm with that.
Yeah, and before we start, just thank you for coming on again.
Absolutely,
This is
guys.
awesome. Episode 200, Through the Wire, Pick a Side collab. I seen that Draymond and JJ had a collab. I feel like this is in that tier.
That's facts.
This is
Low-key, that's
definitely in that
facts.
tier.
This the underground collab.
Yes,
For
sir.
real.
Yes, sir.
This
Hey,
is
I
like,
appreciate y'all having us. I appreciate you for copping the Through the Wire merch.
thanks,
Facts,
bro. I
man.
appreciate it. It's a comfortable shirt.
Yeah, why all y'all ain't wearing
Now
that?
hold on, I got mine. Whoa.
200th episode.
No one told me about the merch, John.
Nah, I bought my shit. My shit in the at the crib though, cause you know what I'm saying. My son he threw up on the shirt, so I couldn't bring it. But I did buy it through the wire shirt.
Tough.
It's just at the
Tough.
crib.
Oh, we appreciate it. I'm just talking shit.
Okay.
So let's get into the first topic
Yes,
of
sir.
the show. It's going to be the Pick a Side Through the Wire starting 5 draft. So each of our groups are going to select players. We're going to make a starting 5. And we were contemplating on whether or not we should give you the first pick, even though we know your guest. We think, should you guys get the first pick?
I said no.
See, that was crazy.
That was rude.
They're a guest of ours. It's
PeeWee's
more-
not a guest,
Nah,
bro.
it's true.
He's,
That's
he's,
true.
He's not a guest,
No, you're
bro.
right.
So
It's gotten to
no.
that
Y'all, hey, on some real shit, I think y'all probably need the first pick. Y'all gonna have it.
All right, now they
Whoa,
give the first
whoa,
pick. Now
whoa,
give him the
whoa,
first
whoa.
pick. Now give him the first
I
pick.
think,
getting
hey,
rude.
the dude next to me do rebuilds for his career,
That's
so I'm
facts.
confident.
That's
in what we
Lou, I'm waiting to hear the rules. I don't even know what's going on.
It's just you.
Starting 5.
You
so
guys
each
get a
of you
pick.
guys,
get 5,
so
we get 5.
basically, you're going to start. You guys decide between yourselves who's going to be the first pick that you got, the first player that you guys select. Then we go and we're just going to fill out a team. This doesn't go by position, so just select any player.
Well,
Got
kind of. Well, you're making a starting 5, so that's really
Right,
all you got to
yeah,
be
yeah.
mindful of.
Respectfully, I get in my rebuild bag too. I'm just not as popular as KB. I get in my rebuild bag with 2 picks. So lock in, y'all.
Let's
All right,
go.
so Through the Wire has the first pick.
No,
No, y'all got first.
Y'all
No, yeah, I got first
Listen,
pick.
listen.
Y'all start talking
Y'all
shit.
are-
Hold on. If we got first pick, let's get
No,
first pick.
no,
And-
no,
No,
Yes,
no, no, no.
yes.
They tried to
Bro.
they tried to
They just
disrespect
violated
us.
our
I didn't
name.
like that.
They just
Nah.
violated
Bro,
our name.
I care
Simple.
about having a better team.
No,
we're gonna have the better team
better team.
regardless.
Exactly.
You know
So
what?
we're gonna
Let's take
let-
the first pick. Let's take the first pick.
What are we
Okay.
doing here?
Let's take the first pick.
Let's
Well,
just, who is
I
our
was anticipating they were.
Okay.
So y'all were in. Wait, you guys thought we were getting first pick?
We'll take first pick. Who y'all want?
There we go. I love to hear that. Go ahead.
Giannis.
Giannis.
Yes.
Taking Giannis.
All right. See, look, we knew that. We had a game plan.
We ready for them?
We already knew there was
That's
a
facts.
All right, so
That ain't even no game plan. That's like some you already know is going
That's
on.
facts. Giannis had to be the number
so
one pick.
the second overall pick, we were debating between Luka and Curry
Facts.
in the chat. So who are we gonna go with?
Probably Curry. Curry makes the most sense because I think that we can get our guy on the pick around regardless. 'Cause I-
The
Yeah,
spacing
I know
is
what you're
complete.
It's
Take
just
Curry.
like the gravity
Spacing
with
is
Curry.
complete,
Yeah,
bro.
That's
we
facts.
got to take Curry. So we're going Steph Curry.
Okay.
That's funny. Y'all had the same conversation we just had.
And now,
Now I think this pick is the toughest pick for us. We have to figure out
Yo,
what
See, I
player
know where they're going. I know where
is
they're
the
going.
best player, but that fits Giannis because we want Giannis to be Giannis. You know what I'm saying?
I think a great guy will be Nikola Jokic.
I'm a wizard.
shut up.
I'm not mad at it
I'm not mad at it.
because,
I was thinking more so guard.
but I don't like the defensive.
KB's thinking hard about this.
Y'all gonna get
You know,
cooked on that.
I was thinking
perimeter.
guard too. What guard could compliment? I'm not mad at Luka.
Luka's not a bad guard to have.
I'm not mad at Luka.
Pick Joker. Steph gonna kill him.
That's just what we seen.
That's what we seen.
That's
He
just
got
what
more
we seen.
options on that team. You got to get that joint up.
I think we should go that route. International.
The Luka route or the Jokic route?
The Luka.
The Luka route.
Mhm.
All right, we're gonna take Luka.
All right.
okay, now for the fourth overall pick.
I think either way we make out, if we pass on Jokic, we still could come up.
We put Curry. We picked Curry and Jokic. That's crazy.
What
Why
about
we think
LeBron?
it?
That's what I'm
LeBron,
saying,
KD,
like-
we're not even thinking about that.
Bro, LeBron and
LeBron
Curry.
shit, bro. I ain't going front.
What's wrong
what
with
do you mean?
LeBron?
Yo, bro, we could find better,
Him and Curry.
better wings.
Him and Curry. Is there anyone that's going to facilitate better to him
I
than
mean,
LeBron? Let's be honest.
Why are you downplaying LeBron right now?
Exactly.
Respectfully, I would just go with the Joker. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
get it.
But hold on. No. But look, they already have Giannis. So if we go Joker, we don't have interior defense.
They got Giannis and Luka. Steph gonna figure that out. Those is liabilities.
But what about in the interior defense? We need somebody to stop.
We've seen
him.
LeBron.
That's all right. So you know what? Let's not pick the Joker because we could find
No,
another.
that's what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
These are the two players I'm
So then pick
fixated
KD,
on.
Curry and KD.
I would say
No,
KD
come
or
on.
LeBron.
Look, no,
Giannis
I'm not
can't
even.
guard
I'm not even
KD.
going KD, bro. It's
Who you want?
Who
LeBron.
they arguing?
It's LeBron or it's Kawhi.
Kawhi?
That's what I'm set on.
Damn, Kawhi ain't even played.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. If we go Kawhi over LeBron, I'm gonna be very better.
Let's go LeBron. I'm
All right, here we
I'm
go.
cool with LeBron.
I'm in.
You know
We got
what?
Both our guys.
Majority rule.
Yeah,
There we go.
Fine, take
guys.
LeBron.
We're going with LeBron.
All right, hit
I
their
like a
music.
react.
Hit their music.
I like a react. You know what I'm
Keep
saying?
making our selections, big fella. Keep announcing them.
We taking Kevin Durant with our third overall pick.
Interesting.
Look at the team, bro. Look at
That's
their team.
fine.
They
That's
have
fine.
Luka, Giannis,
That's
KD.
fine.
Now
He's-
we got to work twice as hard.
That's fine. We just saw KD have his worst performance in the playoffs
We
yet.
ain't Boston.
We're good.
Kawhi's
We're
locking up
good.
KD
There it is.
respectfully.
That's
So we
it.
picking Kawhi.
That's it. We easily
So we got
What do we pick
Kawhi,
Kawhi?
LeBron.
Kawhi,
That's
LeBron,
crazy.
and Curry. You
Word,
kidding
word.
me?
Guys,
Why is that
we got
crazy?
three. Now pick.
Are you with that?
You're part of
I'm
this
valid.
team.
I'm valid. I like
Okay,
Kawhi. I like
okay,
Kawhi.
okay.
No. I want to hear his
You're part of this
Nah,
team
there
too,
you
bro.
go.
You can't, like-
Yeah,
I want
for
to
sure.
hear his input because Riv, you're just what player would you pick here then?
Oh,
Jokic?
Another call.
He's still available.
He's still available, yeah.
Damian
Bro.
Lillard.
Now you know what? Matter of fact,
Another
because
win.
we
We could
got
get-
Curry and LeBron. I know who you think.
Yeah.
That's why. You know what?
Who's some
Take
reads?
Kawhi. We run. All right, take Kawhi. Who they got? Luka, Giannis,
Trey.
and KD.
Yeah.
We need Kawhi.
Bro, LeBron on KD or Giannis and
What?
Kawhi on KD or Giannis.
That's
We're good.
facts.
LeBron can't guard KD, man. So pick up
What do you
Kawhi.
mean
Kawhi
LeBron can't?
So that's why I said pick up Kawhi.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Easy selection.
With our third pick, we're going with Kawhi Leonard.
Yes, sir.
Kawhi Leonard.
So remind me, you got LeBron, Kawhi, and
Steph
who else?
Curry.
Curry.
The champion.
Curry. You don't have Jokic.
No.
No,
No. Oh.
I'm fine with
I
that.
thought y'all
I
picked him up.
thought they took him already.
Nah, we're letting them slide.
Nah, we
We're
didn't
letting them
take him.
slide. We're letting them slide.
Mm. Okay.
Oh.
That makes things just a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Who y'all team?
If
Again,
they pick Jokic, we pick Embiid.
They got
They
Giannis.
have
They got-
Kevin Durant,
Uh-huh.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Luka Doncic.
That's
They're
it. Okay.
big. They're big.
I think it would be very smart to take Jokic right here. He fits. You're giving him a lot of stuff to
Nah,
play
does
make
Our
with.
last selection's easy.
The one thing I'm worried about with Jokic,
They about
on
to
this
have
particular
three
team is the
liabilities.
defense.
They are.
I think he's a very underrated defender, though.
Y'all
He's
are-
solid.
Y'all are
Yeah,
all
but
in
he's
on
also
offense.
going against the
we
other
got Giannis.
5 best players in basketball.
That is true.
Just letting y'all know.
I
Y'all,
appreciate
Because
some
if
of
we take one center, they're taking the other center. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like that's like it. They're not taking Miles Turner, right? Y'all not taking Miles Turner.
I mean,
Nah, I
we,
don't-
we
so
might
it's
take
like one or the
Bam,
other.
bro.
No, we
don't-
might take Rudy
Don't
Gobert.
question what we do, bro. Figure what y'all gonna do. Don't
We
worry
might
about
take
it.
Rudy Gobert.
my vote is for either Jason Tatum.
Oh
or
my
Paul
God! Please
George.
pick
He
him.
knows ball.
No, he
knows
don't.
He does. He
Pick,
does.
pick Tatum. I dare you. This
Don't
is,
talk crazy.
listen,
Don't
I
talk
want
crazy.
Jason
I'm not
House,
pick. We
bro.
better not pick Tatum.
Especially when
Y'all
you
got
think
Curry
about
and
the
Bron.
two
And that's what I'm
positions.
saying. I would take Paul George.
Paul
on
George
that.
is
I would
my
take
nigga.
Paul George.
My boy.
I would.
You know
My
what?
boy.
You know I love that pick.
My boy.
Is that agreeance with you, KB?
D Mills, what's the
It's
pick
a
here?
pool of-
What are you thinking, Derek?
I'm still in favor of Team Jokic.
Well, we're gonna get one of the two regardless,
Why?
and we'll be
Yeah,
fine.
okay,
that's
so
why
like
I'm
this.
not-
We'll be completely
All right.
fine.
I would also
regardless.
in that situation I would take Paul George over JT.
That's 3. All right.
All right, we're taking.
What was your vote though?
I don't even know.
I think Paul George.
This
can,
man's watching Paul George highlights on stream yesterday, and
he's on the shoot more. Jason Tatum and Kevin Durant. That's a lot of shots. Also long. Luka
Lot of
Doncic.
shots.
I think Paul George is cool with taking a little less shots and just doing the little thing.
We're gonna draft Paul George.
All right.
Okay.
What
Yeah, I
about
know. I
overall
love that
pick?
pick. That's an amazing.
All right.
pick
So we
for
got
me.
we got
Wait, so-
Luka, PG, Giannis, KD.
KD.
Spacing is crazy.
Interesting.
Wait, so hold up. We
have.
have
to
an
take him.
opportunity right here to take fully healthy Anthony Davis.
What are we doing?
Now,
please do.
What are we doing, y'all? What are we
Now I'm
doing?
playing. Okay, no, we know who we're picking. We're all on the same page.
What, you,
Wait, no, I don't know. What's the vibe here?
We can say it out loud.
Yeah,
We can
facts.
say it.
Being a
Yeah,
war room right now.
We're all going in beat, right?
Okay, yeah, okay.
But wait, hold on.
Wait,
Before we do that,
they
because
didn't
then
take
we
Jokic.
could wait on the last big and get another
they're thinking
wing
the
regard.
same thing. They're waiting too,
No,
just
no,
like
I
us.
know, but we
No,
get
hold
the
on, hold
last
on.
pick.
But
They
this
have to
is the
pick the
thing.
big before us.
Look, I love Jokic. We know he's an MVP. He's a great player.
They have
but
Giannis and KD.
We need interior.
We need an
defense.
interior.
We need
defender.
Embiid.
We need Embiid.
We can't have liability defensively.
Let's do it.
Do we have a 2? We have Steph. We have LeBron.
A two,
we, have,
we can find that easily.
Okay.
we have
We
Steph,
just
we
have
have
forwards.
Kawhi.
We have LeBron, Kawhi.
Yeah, we can find the two easily. They
right.
picked Paul George.
And we can
JB?
go.
Do we want JB?
We can go with Jimmy Butler.
I'm good with
We
JB.
Jimmy Butler's clamping Paul George.
What's wrong with
Respectfully.
JB? What's wrong
We
with
could
you?
find
He
better
can
dudes
play
than
make.
him, bro.
We had this conversation yesterday.
Wait, hold on.
This came up.
We talking.
to take Jimmy Butler.
If that's the
talking-
case, well, I'd rather take Jason Tatum, and I don't even like
I'll
Jason
say
Tatum.
we're taking-
I swear to
hold on,
God, I'd
hold
rather
on,
take
hold on,
Jason
All
Tatum.
right.
Can-
All right.
Nigga just
Hold
said
up.
he clamping Paul George.
We know we're going Embiid here, so let's just pick our.
No, I don't know we're going Embiid.
What do you
I'm
mean
not
you don't know?
upset
I'm not
with
opposed
Tatum.
with Tatum.
No,
for
I
sure.
said, I swear to God, if we
got
pick
them
Jimmy Butler, I will
arguing.
leave.
We're not
know
taking
who
Jimmy
to
Butler
be.
over
We're not-
Tatum.
yeah, we're not
No,
taking
I
Jimmy
agree.
Butler.
I completely forgot JT.
I wouldn't
was
even
still
take. Yeah,
available.
we're not taking Jimmy Butler. He's
I'm good.
never getting
I'm
picked.
good.
No,
All
we're
right.
not doing that.
Only reason, well, no, JT can play make with the best of them. I'm with it. I'm with JT.
I'm
No,
with
I'm
Tatum.
saying it's either JT and Embiid right now. But don't
I
you
think we
dare
can wait on
scream
Embiid. I think
Jimmy
we can wait
Butler.
on Embiid.
All right, word.
You know, wait. Question. They just went Paul George. They have Embiid.
They have the spacing.
All right. The only pick they have left is Jokic.
They only have a center. It's either Joker or
All right.
Embiid.
I think we make
We
this
have
pick
to-
Embiid.
yeah,
You're 100. I
I
think
know.
you're
We
right.
have
That's
to
what
take
I was-
it.
that's what
We
I've
have to
been
take
Just had to
it.
think about it.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
With our 4th overall pick, we're selecting Joel Embiid.
Correct.
That was the best pick y'all had so far.
Oh,
Y'all needed that. Y'all needed that defense. Y'all needed
What
that.
are we
for sure.
talking about?
So-
We got Kawhi Leonard. We got LeBron James.
I mean, interior wise, we got
I
Giannis just
guess,
bulldozing
I
over
guess.
people.
yeah.
But
Good luck.
who's your-
Good luck.
Paul
Jokic.
George clamping up on the
What kind
perimeter.
of defense is he playing?
Good luck
on the
with
interior?
Giannis running around that perimeter guarding Steph. I'll tell you that.
Because right now, that's your pick. I'm assuming Nikola Jokic.
Nope, we still got to debate it.
They're gonna pick Rudy
nah,
Gobert.
Isaiah Harden.
Isaiah Hardenstein is pretty underrated.
I like Mitchell.
Oh my
Bam.
God.
Mitchell Robinson though.
They're
I
chatting.
think
They're
we should-
chatting.
yeah, they gotta
They're
be
chatting. They're chatting.
They trying to
Rob
throw
Will
us off the
clears.
game. Nobody picking Mitch
Thank you,
Robinson.
Derek.
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right, we're gonna go Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, surprise,
perfect.
surprise.
Falls into our lap.
Listen,
Most handsome
We
player
do.
in the league. No?
We just killed y'all. That was
what are we
easy.
talking about here?
Wait, hold up. First,
You got minimal
Let's
defense.
debate the teams after we finish selecting. We got to select our last player.
I didn't know it was a debate. We got this.
Oh, we got 6 man.
Look, listen.
Well, they got Paul George. They got Paul George.
Hold
at
up,
the
I
two,
have an
right?
idea. I have an idea. Just let me know.
We do have some.
We have 2
Oh, they
players
need one more. Oh.
that I'd be in favor of taking that I know you guys don't want me to take
How do we know this?
because I just know that you guys don't want me to take.
All right, let me hear it.
First one is James Harden.
I'm
We know
leaving.
he's going to be back.
I'm about to leave.
We know he's going to be an All NBA player again this upcoming season. But
He was
because
right. He was right. We're not going to want him.
the second one, what if we move LeBron and Kawhi, guard and forward, and then we draft AD?
We didn't put stipulations. So what AD are we getting?
Now we're getting the real right AD.
The real right.
We're getting the real right.
20% from 3.
Bro, Anthony Davis on Giannis, Embiid
not
on
the real
Jokic,
right,
Kawhi on KD,
Anthony
LeBron
Davis
on Paul
Giannis.
George, Curry,
I
Luka.
don't even like that matchup.
Why do you say that?
Tatum is right in our laps. I don't know why
I
we're
don't,
overthinking
all right, listen.
this.
I don't hate this idea at all.
I mean, if
you
we
have
talk, if
Curry
we
at
talking
the
real
one.
right, I would take real right Harden over real right AD
What are we
any day of the
doing?
week.
I guess.
personally.
I
But why are we
guess.
even taking the chance, bro? Just take Tatum.
I know Tatum might
He's
be
the
the
best
choice
right
here.
now.
And we need defense. I like Tatum versus
Yeah.
Paul George. I like the matchup.
too.
Me
You
personally.
You like
Right.
Tatum
Me
over
too.
Jimmy Butler?
Yes,
Yes.
I do.
I do.
Undoubtedly. He can score. He can shoot the ball. He brings
Playmaker.
more spacing, and he's a playmaker.
I get the logic.
Jimmy's a
with-
playmaker too, but he shoots 23% from the 3-point line. I
get-
don't want that on my team.
I do get the logic with Anthony Davis because we.
But
need
he
that
gonna
interior
clamp Paul
presence.
George up.
I didn't say that. I don't believe that also.
Jimmy
but
Butler
Tatum
has a better chance to clamp Paul George.
No, but Tatum has a better chance to match PG. So
That's
that's what I'm
facts.
saying. I'm here
That's
for
facts.
that. He
we
gonna
talking
match
about
the
playoff
offense.
Jimmy though?
I mean,
Playoff Jimmy's go for 40 or go for 10. You never know.
That's why I don't know why you were coming up with players there, JB.
who?
You,
JB what?
Jimmy Butler.
I don't want a 23% shooter on my team.
Tatum, come on. I don't know
Hey
why- I
man,
don't know
Jimmy
why I've been
Butler is
thinking
y'all
this long.
answer. Y'all
I'm
crazy.
saying we
Nah.
taking Tatum right now.
All right,
We're taking
all right.
taking
I'm with
Tatum.
I'm with JT. All right,
So you're off the AD train.
I'm not opposed, but if
Nah,
these
you
guys
can't
want to
push
go
him like
JT,
this.
So y'all
it's
want to
true.
play Kawhi at the 2, LeBron at the 3, AD at the 4, and then Embiid at the 5.
That sounds sexy.
Nigga, what? Yeah, that do sound sexy.
Come on, take Tatum, bro.
And who they
Sound
got?
like
they got
It's
they got
2022.
they got
Lemon
KD at the
pepper
3.
wings.
They got Giannis at the 4.
Giannis
they got
on
the Joker
Giannis on
at
AD.
the 5.
AD on Giannis.
It works out better matchup wise. I will
It
say
does.
that.
It does.
And it gives us more defense.
No, because then who? Wait, so who they starting 5 real quick? Just real
It's
quick.
Luka, PG, KD, Giannis, and Jokic.
So who the Joker got to guard? Embiid. Who
Embiid.
Giannis got to guard? LeBron.
LeBron.
Right now, yeah.
LeBron or Kawhi.
I like that matchup.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah, I
agree.
like. So
I
keep,
agree.
let's keep it
All
wins.
right,
We
keep
small
that-
ball.
thank you,
small
thank
ball.
you.
All right,
Thank you.
all right,
Thank
all
you.
We're
right.
going Jason Tatum.
And who
All
KD
right.
got to guard? Kawhi. Oh yeah. I like that.
All right, hit our
Small ball
music.
matchup. We gonna be
Hit
all
our
right.
music.
We don't play that big shit.
With our last pick, we're going with Jason Tatum.
Sir.
Valid.
You guys said y'all cleared us. Y'all were chatting. Y'all were chatting.
We won.
No, in what world exactly?
We're gonna let the comments decide.
Facts.
But I mean,
That's facts.
I really look at our lineup and don't think y'all lineup can touch ours.
Yeah.
Why do you say that though? Curious.
Because our shit is just like it flows so good. Like who?
This our car salesman right here. Go ahead, P.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
what's y'all matchup for Jokic? I'm gonna start with Jokic,
Embiid.
right? And y'all got Embiid to protect the paint, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now how is he protecting the paint if Jokic is running the offense from the top of the key?
You forget that we have Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James.
Switch.
And Tatum.
But I'm asking about protecting the
Well, the
paint.
same way you can ask that question is, don't you got Luka, Giannis, and the Joker on your team?
Yeah.
Where's your perimeter defense?
No cap.
Outside of Paul George.
No cap.
I mean, it is Paul George.
No,
So
no,
it's
no. It
just
can't
Paul
just be
George.
one dude.
Because
That's
Steph
all I'm
Curry,
worried about
because
when
then
I
Steph
look at
Curry's
our
going
roster.
crazy.
I'm not looking at LeBron to kill us from the perimeter.
Oh,
I'm not looking at Kawhi killing
That's
us
a
from the
conversation.
perimeter.
Oh no, that's
But they
crazy.
both can.
That's a
No, but
conversation.
come on. He's talking. It's a little
Kawhi
ridiculous
is not
if you're
a
asking me.
Kawhi is not a sniper.
He's a mid-range.
He's a
Yeah, he's
40%
not-
3-point
What
shooter.
was he in the
He was crazy
playoffs last year?
efficient.
57% from the
crazy
field.
efficient.
One game he shot 72% from the field.
Crazy
40%
efficient.
from
Well,
43.
Kawhi's a 40% 3-point shooter.
Let's not play with Kawhi's name.
Kawhi's 40% from 3, Tatum's 40% from 3, LeBron's 38%
Y'all got
from 3.
a lot of
Embiid is close to
mismatches.
40%
Not-
from 3.
Oh
not,
my God.
Not
Curry's the
worried
best
about
shooter
the
of all
perimeter.
time.
Cut it the fuck out.
Not worried about the perimeter.
Hey,
wait,
with
so are you
LeBron
playing-
and
yo, wait.
Kawhi?
When
Hold
you
up.
talk about Kawhi, you the first thing that pops up is him being a sniper. That's what you
No,
call. That's
no
what
one's
you
saying
call-
that.
He could do
Of
that.
course
That's
not.
part
No
of
one's
the game.
saying that.
Where is he? Where is Kawhi at his best? I know Kawhi can make 3-point shots.
Top,
so where are you
top,
gonna have him on offense?
mid-range.
You
of
want
course.
Kawhi to be doing his thing in the mid-range where he's most comfortable, correct?
Yes,
or
of
you
course.
gonna have Kawhi Leonard shooting 8 threes a night? Is that what you're telling me?
No,
'Cause I
mid-range
had
vibes.
a version of Kawhi.
Mid-range
And
vibes.
you forget
of
that we got
course.
JT also that can knock it down.
Right, he can knock it down
No,
for
he's
sure.
not. I mean,
when you want these guys to get in their rhythm and get in their bag, what you drafting them for?
I don't know
You didn't draft Jason Tatum as high as you did to put him in a corner.
I don't know if your
He's
guys
gonna
agree
play
with
make
you.
for us too.
Because right now it seems like you're doing a lot of talking. They're sitting back. They're like,
When we
They're
talk about the
quiet.
top
They
two players
don't-
in basketball,
they
yeah,
don't-
facts. That's
there's a right
facts.
or wrong
That's
answer.
They don't
facts.
need to
That's
talk.
facts.
I mean, I'm just looking at the Luka. I'm looking at the Joker, and I just see mismatches for Steph, Kawhi. I just see a lot of food. That's
I can
what
say
I
the
see.
same thing for Steph on the other end. Who is he guard?
Steph gonna be fine, man. Steph always.
we
fine.
say the same thing. Luka gonna be fine, man.
Luka ain't gonna be fine. We seen Luka. It's gonna get bad.
That's
for him.
facts. That's
It's gonna get
facts.
real bad.
Steph
for
Curry
him.
don't want no smoke.
It's
with
gonna
Luka.
get bad for Steph Curry, real bad.
But you're right.
That motherfucker can't hide against our team.
He don't want to switch on to nobody in that five.
But you're right. Let's let the comments decide who's the
That's
best
facts.
starting five. So let's recap our starting five.
Shout out to the comments for picking us.
So pick a side.
They're smarter than that.
This is the pick a side versus through the wire starting five.
They got home court
draft.
advantage too. This state
Facts.
channel.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
our starting five
They
is
fans
Steph
is
Curry,
not stupid though.
Jason Tatum, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and Joel Embiid. And now, Pierre, I'm gonna give you the honors to introduce your team.
At point guard, we got Luka Doncic. At shooting guard, we got Paul George, the man, the myth, the motherfucking legend. At small forward, we got Kevin Durant.
Right.
Power forward, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo, who y'all say is the best player in the
He
league.
is.
Correct.
Correct.
Right. So we got the best player in the league. So I'm
Because we were
probably
kind
taking
enough.
that.
We were
They should've
kind
just
enough
took
to
that
give y'all the
first
first
And
pick.
then, lastly, to round off our lineup, we have the back-to-back MVP Nikola Jokic.
We got number 1 and number 2 best players in the league.
Oh,
Kevin Durant and
it.
Giannis.
Stop it.
Oh
Well,
my gosh.
we got the champion and the second greatest player ever, so we'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
So
We'll see.
I got a question for you guys. Had you guys not had the first pick, who was gonna be your first pick?
It's a good question.
Probably Steph Curry or Luka.
Yeah, it was probably Steph Curry.
Yeah.
We had a banger of a draft.
Imagine if we
Great
would have
draft.
had
We did our
Giannis.
thing.
Giannis and Steph is unstoppable.
Yeah, that is.
That right there just
That
wins
would've been.
everything.
Correct.
Yeah, we was never.
Yeah, I
gonna
think
get
we
those
would have
two.
take Steph, so y'all didn't get Steph and Giannis together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that would have went either way. 'Cause
Yeah,
you can't
exactly.
put
Yeah.
them on the same team. That's just nah.
So on to the next topic. We're going to rank our top 5 starting lineups heading into this upcoming season. And I don't know about you guys, but there are 2 teams in my top 5 that you could say are not true contenders, that are not established. But I think their starting 5 is like just
Toronto?
skip. Are you serious?
I'm asking. You said not
No.
contenders. They're not contenders.
No, it's not Toronto.
Interesting.
It's not Toronto.
Why would you ask that?
Because Toronto definitely
Toronto
was high on my
honestly is not
list.
even an honorable mention for me.
Yeah,
Really?
Let's get it.
No.
Hey,
Wait, is it the Pelicans? Because I had the same thoughts.
I
I have the
myself about
Pelicans, yeah.
starting lineup.
It's in here, yeah.
Pelicans
You guys
and the
are
Timberwolves.
annoying with this.
So we're going top 5. I'll just start this top 5 off. Number 1
Starting
is
at
the.
one.
You want to?
Yeah, start at one. Start at
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Y'all make up your own
That's
fucking
all right.
rules.
You're
bro.
right. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
oh my gosh.
We do
All
have
right,
to
Go ahead.
choose.
Go ahead.
Number 1, the 76ers.
what the?
Oh,
James
come on.
Harden,
oh my god.
Tyrese
bro.
Maxey, Tobias Harris, PJ Tucker. Yes, that was an awesome addition.
It was.
And Joel Embiid. You guys give
I
me,
respect it.
you guys
Yeah,
giving me
it's
those
cool.
expressions because, like I keep telling you, James Harden is going to be an All NBA player again. Stop sleeping. I keep warning you every single show. He's gonna come back.
That hasn't moved
Listen,
me
I
one bit.
have Philly in my top 5 for sure.
Me too.
I don't have
Not
them
at one. One is
no
nuts.
way.
One is so
I
crazy.
don't have them in my top 5.
Oh,
That's-
I
wow.
don't know
that's
ball.
rude.
You're a casual.
No. I get it.
I
It's
don't
because
have
you
them
don't
on
know about
You're
Harden.
casual.
You don't know about Harden.
that man is trying to push to me James Harden. We don't know what he's gonna look like.
Tobias,
Tobias
mid.
Harris and PJ
Have you
Tucker.
seen James
I'm not
Harden's
moved.
TikTok videos?
I don't care about Chico runs. I don't care about Rico Highland. I don't care about none
Have
of
you
that.
just
I
look at
don't.
his physique?
I don't care about his physique. He has to show me on the court.
That's facts.
He's looking good right now.
He is.
And it's off season.
All right, let's hear 2.
Number
Melo looks
2
good right now.
is the Milwaukee Bucks. Drew Holiday,
All right.
Matthews, Middleton, Giannis, Lopez.
This is crazy.
Number 3 is Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Dre, Looney for the Warriors. Number 4, this is where it got tough, is Minnesota.
Bro,
Boston's
where
not your
is Boston?
five?
Where are the Celtics,
What's
bro?
going on?
Are you drunk?
In terms of a starting 5, D'Lo, Ant-Man, McDaniels, Cat, and Gobert clear the Celtics starting 5. I don't care,
McDaniels,
bro. What do you mean
We're talking about the
McDaniels?
Boston Celtics just went to the finals.
I don't care, bro. I really don't care about
But
that.
you care about James Harden possibly getting back to that form.
Bro just said
Word.
James
Why are the
McDaniels.
Celtics the best starting 5 though? I don't understand.
Who's-
Numbers
Chase-
even say that part.
Who's your 5th?
So the Wolves are my 4th. 5th is the Pels. CJ, BI, Herb Jones, Zion, Jonas Valanciunas.
Bro, what's going on here?
That's my
What
that's
do
my
the
top
Celtics-
five starting
what
five.
did the
Okay,
Celtics
okay.
do?
What do you
That's-
mean?
That's
Go
a
ahead.
5.
Can I ask the question?
No, no,
What's the
D-Mills,
argument for
please.
the Pels over the Celtics?
Okay.
What's the argument for any of these teams over the Celtics?
And what about the Clippers?
Okay.
Clippers
let-
gotta
let-
be.
let me get into
Gotta
it.
be in
Hey,
there.
I'm
please don't mention the Clippers because that they should be they number 1.
I
Let me
got
get
them.
into it.
Let me
It's
not
good-
spoil my
it's-
list.
It's good that I started it because now
Yeah,
you know,
you're the
This
controversy.
controversy. Yeah,
I'm
this is
answering the
crazy.
controversial questions. Okay, so I didn't go by success, obviously.
Clearly.
Obviously. Obviously. Bro just went on vibes.
The Pelicans.
Yo, that was hilarious.
Okay, so matching up the Pelicans versus the Celtics first. I'm taking CJ McCollum over Marcus Smart. I am. I think CJ McCollum is a better player. Brandon Ingram, I think, is better than Jaylen Brown. Zion.
You're not wrong.
He's
Zion,
not yet, he's not.
Zion at his best, I think, can be just as good as Tatum.
But not yet. I understand
His
what you're
second year,
saying.
he was historically
amazing.
great.
27, 60%
That's what I'm
shooting.
saying. But
Correct.
he can be as great as Tatum. He's a top 10 talent in the league.
Okay.
Herb Jones, I think, the impact that Al Horford has defensively, Herb Jones matches that to some
So
degree.
why didn't you just say Rob Will? Because they're both defensive
Well,
guys.
still, Herb Jones is an All NBA defender. So either
And
or.
Rob Will's all.
Well, okay,
all
so-
And
NBA.
I do think Jonas Valanciunas, at least as a player, is better than Al Horford and Rob Will.
Al Horford-
Impact defensively wise, no. But
But my
I think
thing
he's a
is,
better
my
player.
thing is, CJ McCollum is great offensively, but I think him and Marcus Smart, I think that's a fine matchup because Marcus Smart was just a defensive player of the
Correct.
year. I
Correct.
think he's
And he was
fine
a
in that
and he
matchup.
does enough offensively for you. He knocks
Without
down
a
some
doubt.
shots. He
If
playmakes.
Tatum or
Like,
Brown
I
is
get it.
down game smart, he give
CJ
you 20.
offensively, you would put him over, but
And then the Clippers, the reason I don't have them in the top 5 is because we know PG, Kawhi, they're top players in the league. But Reggie Jackson or John Wall starting, that's still that's not one of the best starting point guards in the league. Marcus Morris at the 4, Zubac at the 5. Those are weak spots.
I put Powell at the 4, but
These
I
teams,
understand.
Hey,
what-
Joel, you
spots?
being petty, bro.
What makes the
Clippers
Celtics
got
and
a whip
Clippers
on
great
Clippers
is that
don't
they
have-
have won the coaching that makes them great, and also the depth. That's why.
This is starting 5 collectively, though. We're not just
You
saying
being
pure
petty, man.
talent start 5. Like,
Talk to
Because
him,
how you
Pete.
say
Tell
all
him why
that
he's
about
petty.
the damn Clippers, but you so faithful in all the shit you said for the Pelicans?
Wait, what is me being faithful though?
huh?
Herb Jones is an All NBA defender, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, he was
yes.
Zion Williamson, is he not a top 10 talent?
Correct.
right.
That's why I have them there.
When he
Wait,
plays, yeah.
he's a top 10. He's a top 10 talent. He's not a top 10 player.
But he's going to
Which
be
means
healthy
yet.
this season.
Which means
Because then
yeah,
I'll
you're
tell you
both-
this:
team
JT
succeed.
is
Projecting.
he's a top 10 talent, and
And
he's
a top
actually
10
a top
player.
10 player right now. So you have to at least show him that respect. At
Yeah,
the
but
minimum.
last year Zion he finished
was
as the top
amazing.
15
He was
player in
all
the league.
world.
You mean
in the second year.
He was a lock.
in his second year.
Listen, and you don't have to argue with me because you know my opinion on Zion Williamson. But he was a lock top 20 for sure. Top 15, fringe.
We just have to clarify that this is top 5
Projection.
starting lineups, not top 5 teams.
no, I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
But we've seen the
you were
starting
dis-
5 for Boston.
Ain't the top
work.
5 lineup a part of the team?
That's a fact.
What are we doing?
That's
We've seen
a
the starting
fact.
5 work
All
on
right,
Boston.
Riv,
the
do you want to give your
Pelicans.
top 5? Riv, give
I
your top
feel like
5.
we should do one here, one there, one
All right,
here,
not a
one
bad
there.
idea. Go ahead, y'all.
So one of them should go, and then one of us.
Go ahead, D. Millie.
All right, so at 1, I got the Milwaukee Bucks.
I like it.
Got the best player in the league. Got the perfect team around him.
Middleton is healthy.
Yep.
Took Boston to 7 without him.
Number 2, we got Boston Celtics. Number 3, I got the Golden State Warriors. Number 4, I have the Clippers. And number 5, I got the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay.
That one I should.
I can't put the Nets in there, bro.
I put an asterisk
Nah,
next to the
Dehls,
Nets.
I struggled with that one.
He had Ben Simmons stock.
Talk all the shit you want about Ben
They be
Simmons.
forgetting at full health.
This is Mr.
That team
Ben
is
Simmons.
Kyrie,
Actually,
KD,
the Nets
Ben
ain't a bad
Simmons,
one.
Go ahead.
Steph
Go
Curry,
ahead.
Jason
D-
Flo, and also Joe Harris.
Exactly.
There you go.
The Nets ain't a, D Mills, shout out to you for that. The Nets ain't a bad pick.
Nah, I had them in
wasn't
my
thinking
honorable
of that.
mentions.
Well, I put an asterisk next to them because we don't know if they're
That's
going
the
to
whole
be
thing.
together.
I also got like an asterisk next to it.
I mean,
Shout
Kyrie.
out to the Brooklyn Nets, man. Kodak should be fucking with them because they got some snipers over there. For
Nah,
sure.
that-
If Joe Harris healthy and Steph Curry with Ben Simmons going this thing, oh hell yeah, I like that pick, D Millie.
Yep.
You know, Pee Wee, you sound more faithful to the Nets than you do in the Pelicans.
Say what, Brody?
You sound more faithful to the Nets than you do in the Pelicans. You are putting more faith in
Because-
Ben Simmons and Zion Williamson.
Because I'm using your method. I don't have to think about anything being proven. I don't have to think about reality and the other parts of it. I'm just basing it off the lineup. Shit.
Last
And
we saw the
that
Pelicans.
lineup is successful.
Last
I don't
we
have
saw
to
the
use reality.
Last we saw the
That's what-
Pelicans, they were
Joel-
given the number 1
Joel, what
seed.
you did was you compared every player by player. Boston Celtics are a team.
True.
I don't care that CJ McCollum is to you a better player than Marcus Smart. Shit, what Marcus Smart does for the Celtics took them to the finals. His impact, he don't have to outweigh CJ McCollum. That's not how you geared it. You said, man, Zion is better than Al Horford. Ingram is better than Jake. That's not how basketball works. Because if that was the case, shit, the fucking Miami Heat would have won all those years when they had Bosh, Wade, and LeBron.
They won.
But at
most of
some
them.
point,
They did win
continuity,
twice.
experience, chemistry, all that shit plays a part.
That's
so
true.
if we throwing that out the window, then the Nets, I'll fuck with the Nets. I
But
don't
they
have to worry about Ben
haven't
Simmons'
accomplished
state of
anything either,
mind.
though.
I don't have to worry about Kyrie Irving and his
Whoa,
none of his antics.
we don't know about that.
I don't have to worry. No, not with the way that Joel just did it.
Fair.
But you have to worry about Nick Claxton being your starting center.
Oh, damn.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'll put my money on Ben Simmons being my small ball 5. How we haven't seen them.
So
How do
you're-
we know?
So you're starting Seth Curry and you're starting Joe Harris? I'm asking.
If shit, I might. Yep.
Slide Royce O'Neal in there for one of those two.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I forgot about
Royce
his ass. Man, the Nets got some shit over there. And I think he wearing number 00, which is interesting.
That's.
Who wants to go on this
Go
side?
ahead, Riv. Go ahead.
It's a lot of hot takes.
A lot. A lot.
My number 5 might get nasty. All right. So for me, the number 1, I got the Clippers. They the best starting 5 in the league. Number 2, I got
That's
the
crazy.
Warriors. Number 3, I got Boston.
Okay.
4, I got the Bucks. And 5, I got Denver. I think Denver should be in this
They're
I
sneaky
conversation.
forgot
ones.
about
They're
Denver.
So I
sneaky
got
ones.
Denver up here for
They're
me. I
sneaky
think
ones.
Denver.
Hey, we got
puts them in
two-time
there.
MVP. It's not a bad pick.
And then Jamal back.
We're
And
not held
PJ
for
back.
them, yeah.
Yeah,
MPJ
so-
and Jamal.
KCP,
If we projecting, I got Denver in my 5.
Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got
that's
Denver
good.
in
So
my
you got
5.
Denver over Philly?
Yes.
Easy.
I wouldn't say easy.
You got Denver over the Raptors?
Ill?
Over Philly's
What-
kind of crazy
wait,
because we
why-
know Embiid.
Listen, because I got a
They
little
got
laughter
Jokic.
when I said the Raptors. Why ill with the Raptors?
Why would I don't
Federico, Gary Trent, OG, Scotty
cool.
Barnes, Siakam. That is one.
They don't
That's
have a
the
center.
reason
That's a
why
solid
they were a
5.
playoff team.
have
That's
a
starting
center.
5 right there. I get it, but at the same time, you could play that.
The
Small
Joker
ball
was a
with Siakam.
playoff team by himself.
Correct.
And they both lost in the first round.
No,
That's
I
the,
get
and that's
it.
they 5 they
And listen,
rolling
I'm, that's,
with.
But I'm just saying, you're saying ill. That's a little
I'm now I'm
disrespectful.
adding Jamal
Correct.
and
And
MPJ and KCP to a starting
there's
lineup.
question marks with MPJ.
I
There
mean,
is.
yeah, but we all
Who are
projecting.
you taking, MPJ or Gary Trent? Or OG?
Ugh.
MPJ's healthy.
Yeah, if MPJ is healthy, I
clears
have
both
to.
of them.
I have
If
to
he's
take
healthy.
it.
I don't
Yeah,
think
right.
he clears OG.
No, OG is
Because
he's
defense,
like
I
that.
understand.
Yeah, I don't think he clears OG.
But MPJ in the second half of the season when Jamal got hurt, he does.
he was
clear OG.
really good.
I don't want it. I don't think he.
He averaged
clears-
24 a game.
I don't think he clears OG because there's the other side of the game.
All right.
All right, P. Let me
MPJ's
hear.
a cone.
Let me hear your 5.
He's not a cone.
Oh, my 5 is the Los Angeles Clippers, the Milwaukee Bucks, Golden State Warriors, Boston Celtics, and then Philadelphia 76ers.
So you the
I
only one
definitely
that
agree. I
just,
think the PJ Tucker pickup was definitely big.
Huge.
As much bullshit as I'm giving Joel about the Pelicans, I'm high on their team, but I do agree with him about the James Harden shit. Yeah, I do think James Harden gonna have a big year. I'm a guy that was super critical about all the shit he did to get to Philly, but I'm expecting a big bounce back season from him, and I just think they really that lineup is gonna be nice, man.
What sold
Maxey
you
doing
on
what
it?
he do. You know, they don't have to start Thibault, who was some nights not being guarded. And PJ Tucker is super instrumental. Yeah. It's why his teams that he's usually on have deep playoff runs, because he just do shit that don't show up in the box score. So I'm a believer in Philly over there.
Yeah, you're right. He's the best 3-point corner shooter defender in the league. And what sold you on James Harden?
Say what, Brody?
What sold you on James Harden?
3-point corner shit, bro.
Yeah, he been saying that since the first episode I ever came on. What sold me on James Harden is the contract situation. Seeing him take the pay cut to bring PJ on and also get Daniel House, guys that were from the Rocket days. That type of commitment makes me believe that he's putting in the same off-season type of commitment to his body and his game. And it just shows a level of focus and maturity that I think I once questioned with all the other bullshit. So I'm back being a James Harden supporter, and I'm wishing the best for him, because dude can hoop. I just didn't like all that extra shit he was doing.
All right, so my top 5 starting fives. I got Boston number 1. That's why I did not like Joel's list whatsoever. Number 2, I got the Clippers. Number 3, I have the Warriors. 4, Milwaukee. And 5, I really teetered with, to be honest with you. But PJ Tucker going to Philadelphia, I feel like that just gives me a little bit of the edge, because you get not only offense, but of course defense with the entirety of this lineup. And I think that it just gives them the edge over Toronto for me. Toronto just has one of the best defensive starting 5 lineups there are.
You was really going to put Toronto up here?
I really did.
Over Minnesota?
If we're going, they're in my honorable mentions.
Over Denver.
Anthony Edwards is better than everybody on the
Denver,
team.
you gave me a very good argument, and I can
right
see
now.
where you're coming from. But just in terms
Even
of
the Nets.
what a team excels at defensively, this is one of the best starting 5 defensive lineups we have in the NBA.
Wait, so you would put the Raptors over Minnesota?
As a starting 5, yes.
Cat, Ant-Man, and D'Lo.
I can't.
Rudy.
You can't. I
Rudy,
can't.
you're saying
And Rudy. I didn't even mention him, but
D'Lo last we saw was extremely underwhelming.
bro,
I feel like that's just been.
that was 6 games though. He was great in the regular season.
Listen, I'll be honest with you, very, very truthful. If he plays at least good in one of those games, they're probably moving on.
I get what
D'Lo.
I get what you're saying, but you don't think that now that he has a lob threat and the pick and roll partner and Rudy Gobert is going to be better offensively?
We'll see.
My
We'll see,
thing
'cause
is,
Rudy's
Toronto's ceiling is like a first round, second round team. How are they one of the 5 best
Same
starting
thing.
fives
Same
in
thing
the
with the
league?
Pelicans. Are we seeing them go to the Western Conference?
I didn't put the Pelicans.
But I'm saying I see his logic. I understand the
Pels are a
logic.
better starting 5 than the Raptors.
I don't feel like doing that.
Toronto is a top 5 seed in the Eastern Conference, a tough Eastern Conference. Because of that starting 5.
Toronto's like a first round. Their ceiling is like a second round team.
Nah, it's a first round team.
But I think they have like
It probably
legit
is
taste,
first round
though, just because.
Go ahead, Mike.
No. That was my bad.
We was talking about. We was
And
talking.
Trail was distracting me. That's on him.
We was talking about some of the lists.
I have a bad feeling that Minnesota's not on here, and it's getting me upset.
With me or with
Yeah,
one of them?
KB, drop your top 5.
Minnesota ain't on
My
nobody's
top
list.
5. See, I went on a lot of continuity because I thought that was a big thing. So my number 1 is the Boston Celtics.
Smart
My
man.
number 2 is the Golden State Warriors because they got a generational talent plus one of the greatest shooters of all time, another all-star, whether you like it or not, a defensive player of the year who was the defensive player of the year before he got injured, and a Kevon Looney who turned into
You
Dennis
sound like
Rodman when he
me.
needed to. Number 3, I got the 76ers, then I got the Bucks, and I got the Clippers rounding out my top 5.
I like it.
Yeah.
You're the only one that's gonna have Minnesota.
Your list was crazy, bro. I'm not.
That's
gonna
what we
lie.
was talking about. I wish I would have said some crazy shit too, but I couldn't really figure out nothing to say. I was trying to throw a curveball in there just to say some silly shit.
I
But
will say, this is the thing. I think review. The Nuggets was a very great pick.
Thank you, bro.
I will be honest. That's a great pick. It's just the way I constructed my list was I was going player by player and seeing who's better. Is this guy better? Is this guy
That's
better?
not how
how you do
basketball
it,
works,
though,
bro.
bro.
That's not
but
how ball
that
works.
but this is I was doing it like based on like 2K, you know. Stuff.
Oh, so we did
I was
2K.
We could have just looked at overalls if that was the case.
I was making this a fun thing. I apologize. I didn't want to be so buttoned
I'm
up about
having
it.
fun.
I think you having that list is fun.
Yeah, facts.
I think you still would have put Minnesota up there regardless.
You would have.
But I would because what other team has
There it
3
is.
All-Stars?
What-
Four All-Stars actually.
Wait, what's the 4?
Can you stop with
D'Lo
this?
is an
D'Lo?
All-Star level player, bro. Is he not?
We're not
D'Lo
talking.
not no
We're not talking 2017.
Like that's what
I
I'm
would say,
saying.
yeah,
What do you
not
based off
2022.
what?
Not
Did you just see
2022.
him
Hold on.
play?
Okay. Ant-Man is an All-Star.
He's gonna be one. He's gonna
That's
be
their
one.
best player.
He's gonna be one.
Cat,
better than Cat?
is All-NBA.
Yes.
Rudy Gobert's All-NBA.
Yeah.
That's fine. So
Yeah.
I'd say 3.
What other
take
starter?
Anthony
What other
Edwards.
starting lineup has 2 All-NBA players and
When
an
the light
All-Star.
shine, that nigga ready.
It doesn't matter though.
I seen Cat.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it
I
does
don't know
matter.
what
Because like, bro, the Warriors.
We're talking about best lineups.
It doesn't matter.
And I put McDaniels here because he's projected to start, but I could have put Kyle Anderson in here.
You just
That
put.
don't
You
matter.
just.
So I
It
put
doesn't
Kyle
matter
Anderson
though.
into
Like
my
it
lineup.
doesn't.
Either
it
way,
doesn't
What do you
matter.
mean? We're just talking about best starting fives. That is literally a top 5 starting 5 unit in the league.
Based off what?
All right.
You
The
nigga,
talent.
listen,
Can I ask you a question? You said you didn't have the Clippers on your list, right?
No.
All right, 2 All-NBAs, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George,
Yeah.
All-Star, John Wall, right?
Are
If
you
you want to go
serious?
D'Lo,
All-Star.
if you
John
want
Wall?
to say if you want to say D'Lo, if you want to say D'Lo, right? I'm allowed to say John Wall. I'm
That's
using his
a bit more-
logic.
That's a bit more of a
I'm
stretch
using
than
his
D'Lo.
You
logic.
think John Wall's more of an All-Star
That's
than
more of a
D'Lo?
stretch.
That I
That's
was
more of a
crazy.
stretch.
I'm gonna be honest
That's
with
I'm
you.
gonna be honest with you.
Would
He
I be
hasn't played in a year.
Would I be surprised if John Wall played better than D'Lo next season? Not at all.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's
I
not.
would be.
I would not be shocked.
You gotta live on.
Listen.
I'd
Let me
be pretty
interject.
surprised.
I understand where Drew's coming from. I didn't agree with that last statement. I would be highly surprised if he outplayed D'Lo. D'Lo can hoop, but I see what he's saying. If you're going to call D'Angelo, if you're going to consider him an All-Star, he might as well be able to consider John
Absolutely.
Wall.
Don't
I
do
think
that.
that was his main
Don't
point.
do that.
John Wall was an All-Star 1 year before D'Angelo Russell.
John Wall has played 1 season in the past like 4.
And he played well. He played good.
What do you mean? He dropped 20
If
inefficiently
you
on
get
a
rid of the
garbage
shooting
team.
splits, he
If
played
that,
well.
that's facts.
D'Lo,
That's facts.
D'Lo just got outplayed by Tyus Jones in a playoff series.
Like
He
that's
was not
sorry.
good.
He's not.
He was
All-Stars
sorry.
is
I take look. D'Lo has not been good in the playoffs. I do take that into account.
No, you don't.
There is
By the way,
no
2
doubt.
times.
No, he
Yeah,
never.
2 times.
sort of
You're
bad.
right.
He never takes into
You didn't
account.
take that into account. Rudy Gobert just got played off the court.
We know it's not his fault though.
Oh.
We talked about it on the show numerous times. Now you want to use that for your narrative?
Oh yeah, I am gonna use it for my narrative. You absolutely
We've
are
talked
right.
about it multiple times how that's not Rudy Gobert's fault. Now you want to
Because
bring it
you
up.
over here
But we
pushing.
also have
bro.
to see them play.
You over
we
here
gotta
pushing
see
this
that
team
happen
got
first.
4
We need to see how they
all
defend on the
NBA
perimeter.
All-Star
Don't,
talents.
wait, hold up.
That was a
Is
stretch.
D'Lo not an All-Star caliber player though? He's
No,
not gonna
make
be
up your
it.
mind.
Is
Come
he
on, you know
All-Star,
he's not
All-Star
gonna be it.
caliber? Like what is it?
Whatever.
Is he
bro.
even top
D'Lo
15 in his
15
position?
point guard in basketball.
just-
No,
about to say,
the answer is
hell
no.
no.
Absolutely not.
He can't be All-Star.
He
bro.
can't be an All-Star caliber
Can't be.
talent.
Who's at fault for Rudy Gobert though? Who are y'all blaming? I'm just
The
curious.
No, we're not doing this, bro.
just
We are
curious.
not doing
We had
this.
the same
We
damn
had the same damn
conversations.
conversation.
See, but I feel,
Everybody-
but Dino's.
every
I,
podcast had a cop. You crazy? You act like you don't know.
All right, I'm
Wait,
assuming
let,
you're-
let him answer his own question.
Thank you. Okay.
You had to guess who they blamed. Who would you say?
I would just say it was the scheme of the team. The fucking
Hey, I'm muting his mic for about 10 minutes.
They're going to. Everybody's argument was that the perimeter defense that the Jazz had outside of Rudy was trash. So if he has to help and leave corners open,
Nah, Dino's. That's it. That's the only thing that's said.
But no, we said that on the show, so I don't know why he acting like
For 3 years, basically, at this point. We had the same conversation on the dot once they get eliminated.
Okay.
The
We
Dehls
have
a hater.
2 more starting 5s to go through.
Right.
Joel, you're
I
up
forgot
next.
he don't fuck with Rudy.
He don't fuck with Rudy for
I
some
forgot
reason.
He don't fuck with Rudy.
I'll give my top 5. Number 1, I got Boston. I think starts the 2 wings.
He's a
JB and
Celtics fan.
Tatum. But they're the best
I'm
starting
not a
5.
Boston fan. Come on.
Interior present, the Robin Al. 2, I got the Warriors. If you want to go player by player, sure, they might not have the best starting 5, but collectively, they're top 2 in the league. 3, I got the Clippers, Kawhi and Paul George. I know they got some weaknesses, but I think they're going to make a deep playoff
That
run.
boy ain't a pastor, but he preaching.
4, I got Milwaukee. Big 3, Giannis, Drew, Middleton. Brooke as a stretch 5 is solid. And I got 5, the Sixers. I feel like I'm a little bit lower on the Sixers, but looking at that starting 5, they got the perimeter play with Maxey and Harden. You got Embiid being your number 1 MVP. So that's my top 5.
You know what? I ain't too
He ate
mad.
that up.
I ain't too mad. Everybody got Boston over Golden State. I disagree, but I ain't mad.
We
know-
spoke
you
about it
know-
last show, though.
I mean, Riv, I'm going to take. I really do think Boston got the better 5.
Nah,
but you
I
know
get
I'm
it.
also
It
gonna take
sounds
Boston.
cool from like over here. I get it.
It's not.
I didn't have Boston over Golden State. I had Milwaukee over Golden State.
That one's
I
I
had
understand.
Clippers,
Understand.
Milwaukee,
I contemplated
Golden
with that one.
State, Boston, and then Philly.
But we spoke about it 2 shows ago when Grant Williams was saying that we were the better team. We beat ourselves.
I
You
get it.
came here and said,
I said I understand what you're saying. I just, you know what I'm saying? They beat them. So
No,
I
he
gotta
didn't
put
say
it.
that.
No, he sat here and
Riv,
said
Riv
that the
said
team was better,
Riv,
but they lost.
Riv said Grant Williams said that.
Nah, I
No.
said Grant said
No,
that.
I
He
said I
agreed.
understood what you were. I
facts.
said I understood what you were saying, but I'm saying like I can't
called
put the
leveling.
team
The
that just
Celtics,
lost.
the Celtics got the talent and the continuity, and they play together well. They got everything going for them.
I think when Golden State continuity
should've
though, it's
won.
like
You said
should've.
you said the
choked it.
same
If we did
thing
have
when
20
I said.
turnovers a game.
You can't have all that and lose.
You know,
I know,
you
we
know,
had 20
more
turnovers a
continuity.
game, bro.
You know
Like,
what's funny?
I'm gonna say this though.
killed
Clay
ourselves.
back. That's what I'm gonna
The
say.
war, the
Right. Yeah.
You're in.
We got,
Certainly.
we got
back.
Brogdon.
Clay
I'll
back.
tell you what,
What?
We got Brogdon.
Play back.
That's
got
actually,
Danilo.
That,
Play back.
That statement right there is why I have.
We got
them
Noah
three.
Vonleh.
Who? Clay,
Wait, hold up. I want to say something.
As a
real quick.
Knicks fan, don't sleep on Noah Vonleh.
Don't sleep on Noah Vonleh. Motherfucker been around the league.
Don't sleep on Noah Vonleh.
When the Celtics and Warriors were in the finals, they were up 2-1 at one point, right?
Yeah.
It's funny
I was
because
never worried.
when they were up 2-1,
Same, Riv.
when they were up 2-1, I was at the bar with Joel, and I was just telling him about, you guys are still gonna.
He was
lose,
talking
right?
so much shit. He was talking so much shit.
You guys are still gonna.
You know what's
lose,
crazy?
right?
That same whole Warriors Celtics thing. You and one of you told me that Tatum was going to kill Andrew Wiggins. He was going to have 30 one time. And I told you, and I looked you in your face, and I said, Tatum's not going to have 30 one time in that series.
We both said it.
I'm glad I wasn't on the show.
I know
That
it
hurt.
Yeah.
I think I was on the episode as well.
Yeah.
That's when we was
You
going.
were.
That's when we was talking. It was all of us.
It was
against
a 3v1
But Drew, I
facts.
respected you because you held
You
ground.
did.
Thank
You
you.
definitely
But
did.
you was wrong. You was popping that shit like, man, I'm gonna look so good when they against me.
Yo, they were up 2-1. I was talking crazy.
Yeah, I saw you all on Twitter. I
was.
couldn't wait because
I
I was
was.
like, Riv, I was not worried. Man. Fuck out of here.
JT
So-
really folded.
So, Mike, what's your top 5?
Mike
My
shit about
number
to be
one
funny.
had to go with the Golden State Warriors. Continuity just over with their continuity, it's on a different level. So that just outweighs a lot of stuff for me. 2, I'm gonna go with Celtics, literally just right there. The 3, I'm gonna go with Milwaukee Bucks. I think they probably would have made the finals if Chris Middleton was healthy and played in that series.
Facts.
4, I'm gonna go with the Clippers. I think they literally just got a whip with. I think John Wall is gonna have a big year. It might not be that D-Lo type thing, but I think John Wall is gonna.
Good enough for them.
He's gonna jog people memories and stuff like that. And then 5th, I'm gonna go with Philly. I think they made their additions just rounded out their roster. I think so.
I don't want to feel so too crazy because I did put 2 teams that none of you guys had in your top 5.
It was nuts.
And you started off the segment with it, which was
I was like, what
Hey,
the fuck?
Can you restate your 5? Because I'm trying to see who you left off.
Philly, Bucks, Warriors, Wolves, Pels.
You got no Boston.
Damn,
What
what
you
you
got
got
no
against the Celtics,
Boston,
bro?
bro?
What you got against the Celtics, bro?
Is it me?
No, nothing. I don't have nothing against this Boston Celtics.
Did they blow a parlay for you?
Must have been.
They did. They did.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. They did. They did. Multiple
Hey, I
times.
love me some Brandon Ingram.
Where
Almost as much as I love me some Paul George. But
So-
man, you got to have Boston.
did you guys have honorable mentions? And if you did, where did you put the Wolves and Pelicans? I'm genuinely curious.
Those would probably be them and Philly would be my next 3
And the
up.
Nets would be there too for
I'm
me.
really surprised none of you guys have the Raptors. I really
You have
am.
to
I don't know
stop.
why.
They have no center.
This nigga bring up the Raptors again.
At first, I thought that was like an inside joke, but I think
'cause-
you really are high on the Raptors.
I just think that
What's
they have
their
a
ceiling,
great
Drew?
defensive unit. Listen,
Hey, the
they were
Mavericks may be better than the Raptors.
They are.
the Mavericks are better than the Raptors
So what? So
because they have the star player. That's
Denver's-
what it is.
Denver has
But we're
started-
going off.
What do you mean?
Say that one more time.
Denver has better starting 5 than the Raptors.
Top to bottom?
Like I said, when Riv was giving me his spiel, I
It's pretty
understood. I
easy,
get it.
though.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
pretty
I
easy.
Phoenix still is better than Toronto. Phoenix, I'm not a big Phoenix guy. I never
Well,
thought
Phoenix
they
has
were
a nice
contenders. I said it
starting
1,000
five,
times in this
Phoenix
podcast,
has
but
a
they
nice
still
starting
better than the
five.
Raptors.
Starting
Phoenix has-
5
I
It's
think
hard
has
to have a
no.
top 5 starting 5 and you're a first round
Phoenix
exit
has
team.
a great regular season team. They're gonna
Chicago,
win
when
a lot of
healthy, has a
games.
better starting 5 than Toronto.
I disagree.
Chicago
What?
doesn't.
I
Healthy
disagree.
Lonzo? You got Lonzo.
Oh, healthy Lonzo. That's
Lonzo,
true.
DeMar,
That's
Lonzo,
true,
DeMar,
but-
and Levine.
That's.
And you're not even mentioning Vooch. Obviously, you don't want to mention
was-
him. You don't want to mention
I
him,
didn't
right?
want to mention around him.
And Pat Will, we got to see what's going on with him also. That being
He's
said,
Cool, he
Russo-
decent. I
Nah,
was
he
just on
is.
him
He
yesterday.
is.
You
He
talking
is.
about we got to see with him. They start Precious Achiuwi.
Who you're talking about? But like I said, the five I
Before
mentioned,
niggas
Fred.
was getting hurt, the Cavs was looking better than the Raptors too.
But listen,
That's
the
facts.
Raptors were still the 5th seed, and again, the 5 that I mentioned was
No, I
is
get
Fred.
it. But
It was
if your
Gary.
ceiling is a first round, you can't
How
be
do
a
we
top
know that?
hard.
It's not necessarily.
Hey,
Look at the
if
teams in the
Shea
East,
had
bro.
the season,
Look at
I
the
think
teams
he
in
could
the
have OKC fuck around, be better than the Raptors.
What are we talking? I was about to say, what's going on?
Toronto, I don't know. That's a tough. If they would have had a center, I'd agree with you.
But I have the Nets and the Wolves also as my honorable mentions.
So this past week, a lot of open runs have been happening.
Here we go.
And Chet and Paolo played in the Pro-Am. They combined for 84 points. Now, these two players are obviously going to be some of the favorites to win Rookie of the Year. So what's your early Rookie of the Year prediction? Rev, I'm going to start with you.
I don't got neither of them winning Rookie of the Year.
Jaden?
Yeah, I got Jaden Ivey
Yeah,
winning
I
Rookie
thought
of the
about
Year.
that, too.
I'm not going to front. I think the opportunity he's going to have with Cade finally, for a full year, is going to be the primary ball handler. They're going to sit Killian Hayes' ass down. I love Cade at the 1. Sadiq Bey going to be there for the spacing. I like the team they get, but I like Jaden Ivey. I think Jaden Ivey's going to win Rookie of the Year. His explosiveness, the way he attacks the basket. Even in Summer League, I know it's just Summer League, but his showing his ability to create for others. So I I don't want to be the easy guy to pick those two. I'm gonna go Jaden Ivey. He's gonna be my rookie of the year.
I feel like that's a great take because I was thinking Jaden also, but then I just...
You're gonna pick somebody else, right?
No, I'm taking Paolo, honestly. I just think that Paolo's ceiling is just the highest and the opportunity he's going to get as opposed to Chet Holmgren because SGA is the best player on that team very easily. The offense and basically everything around the Orlando Magic is going to be centered around Paolo. And just seeing how Paolo has played, of course, at Summer League, you don't take too much into account. You don't take too much into the Pro-Am, but it just shows you how clean his game is. And 100%, I believe, with the opportunity he's going to have, with the skill set he has, I'm going Paolo.
Yeah, I thought this was just a Paolo versus Chet type of thing. I didn't know we could just pick Jaden Ivey or whoever else you wanted to. But
no,
you do
listen,
what you want.
That was a great opinion.
I like that too. I'm with you though, Drew. You know, I think between him and Chet, Paolo and Chet, the Magic, we just had the 6-man show on right at the end of the year last year. They play with great defense, great spacing, play with pace. Like they got everything they got. Now you got Paolo. He's going to be the number 1 seed. They could win a few games, right? I think between them and the Thunder, I like the odds of the Magic win a few more games. Maybe that gets Paolo over the hump for him being the number 1 option. He could come in, average 16 to 20, really be like the leader of that team, that young team that desperately needs some help. So between him and Chet, at least, I got Paolo, but I like the Ivy pick too.
This is tough. I have a lot of players in the running that are kind of on equal standing with me. First
You're
of
a
all,
Kings guy.
First of all, with Chet, I kind of disagree with your point because I think that Chet is going to be in a lot of pick and rolls with Shea, with Giddey.
Good point.
That's going to be a lot of easy baskets.
Good
so
point.
I think him in the pick and roll and defensively, he can contribute a lot. So he's up there for me. Paolo, you're right. Number 1 scoring option. He should be the number 1 scoring option for Orlando unless Franz takes a big-time leap.
Good point.
And then he's the number 1 option. I can't forget about Benedict Mathurin. I think in Indiana with Tyrese Halliburton, that's a lot of easy baskets for him as well. Jaden Ivey, you mentioned, you gave your spiel. And you're right,
Yeah,
Keegan Murray.
I thought so. I
Playing
thought about
off of
that one
De'Aaron
too.
Fox and
He was balling.
Sabonis.
He was balling Summer League.
If I had to give my pick, though, this is tough. Oh, by the way, Jabari's not here. I don't have him listed. He's not somebody that I
Summer
think-
League scared you?
Got a dribble first.
Not Summer League. College scared me.
Okay.
College scared me.
Okay.
I'm going to go with
If you pick
Chet
Keegan
Holmgren.
Murray, okay.
Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to go with Chet.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Chet.
Do you believe it's because OKC is going to have the most success and that'll lead into it?
I think he's going to get his job, I think, is the easiest of all these guys.
Fair enough.
That's what I think.
Fair enough.
And if Shea is healthy, he's shown that he can have OKC competitive. And who knows, if Shea is healthy the entire year, Shea is a superstar in the making. Like,
Yeah,
I
agree
think
with that.
You think the
he's
Thunder
superstar
could
in
win
the making.
more games than the Magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can.
I think, yeah.
They
I
can.
think they
If
can.
Shay's healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Shay's, it really predicates on Shay's health.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So that's why. That's my spiel.
I'll go first. I'm gonna go Paolo. I think Paolo's game is so well rounded. I think he's a very underrated playmaker. We're gonna see him
Facts.
in a situation where he get to really facilitate a whole offense in the NBA, and I think he's gonna do it well. I think he's gonna shine way more than Chet in that light, if you ask me.
Man, y'all already know how I'm coming. Paulo Banchero, most NBA ready. That shit didn't even look fair at Summer League. Dude is a mellow all over again. 20 points, sketch it in, throw it in there. As long as he healthy, that shit is his for the taking. He gonna have the big performances, and he's the guy that what he does, his team needs. They need a number 1 option. So it's like a glove fit. He can come in and shoot up all the shots. Who's taking any shots from him? Cole Anthony,
Hell
Franz
no.
Wagner. As good as these players are, they not getting in the way of him doing what he's supposed to do. So I think it's really set up for him to lose. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Yeah, it really is. I want to pick somebody else, but opportunity-wise, it's Paolo. Like it's not even close. My second though, on some Keegan Murray shit, man.
Nice.
I want some Keegan Murray shit. I think
I like
got the De'Aaron Fox jersey
that'll be
right there.
better than a lot of people anticipate.
I like it.
And if Scotty won it last year, Keegan Murray can do some of that stuff.
I'm taking the easy way out. I'm just gonna go Paolo. I don't. It's hard to argue him because I forget which one of you said it, but you were saying like it was just summer league. But watching him, it felt like he just does this like he's been doing this his whole life.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So obviously it's gonna be hard at the next level, but he looks like he's ready for it, and he screams superstar to me.
Yeah, like Draymond said, he's one of them ones. I think he's going to be a
He is.
star for sure.
What's your guys' opinion on Jaden Ivey?
I think he got drafted to the perfect situation. I've always wanted to see him at that 2-guard spot. I don't want him to see him being a primary ball handler. He got Cade to do that now. He get to come in and just score the ball and do what he do naturally best.
Yeah, I only saw him for one game of summer league. I I ain't seen no college tape or nothing. So he was solid in that first game though, until he hurt his ankle. The next one.
Yeah.
Facts.
I feel like it's tough for Ivy to win Rookie of the Year just because he's not gonna stuff the stat sheet. Scoring wise, his points per game will be there, but assist numbers, rebounding numbers, I don't think they're gonna be on par with a Paolo or a Shet.
But it's like we're pretty high on the Pistons. Not like they're gonna be.
All right, but what do you think? Like Ivy's gonna average what at most, like 4 rebounds at most, maybe 5.
Ivy going to eat.
I was going to do his thing. I was going to do his thing because
Like
Cade
a
obviously
successful rookie season for him is like averaging like 14, 5, and 5.
And sometimes a part of being like a part of having that Rookie of the Year is the type of flashy moments you have throughout the season.
He's
Ivy gonna have
explosive.
a lot of flashy moments in big time games.
And I feel like
I got a dark horse.
Let's hear it.
Don't you say Keegan? I'm tired
Osei
of that
Abaji,
shit.
Tari Eason.
that's a good one.
I can see Tari Eason going to Houston. What he bringing to the table, they don't have that. They don't have any wings at all. So I don't see who can really compete for the minutes with him. And he's a dude that can get points without plays being called for him. So even though it'll be about Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., it'll be about, obviously they're gonna want Jabari to thrive. But I could definitely see Tari Eason having some shit that motherfuckers be like, damn, hold up, this is different.
Houston. I mean, I guess if you're Houston,
He's
you're
got the
not upset
opportunity.
if either or.
He
are
should
great,
start.
He's got the
obviously.
opportunity
There
for
should
sure.
be nobody starting in front of him. He should start day one.
Yeah.
Unless they want to start Jacine Tate. Cool, but
Jay Sean.
his name is him. Like,
Just
okay,
Shout out to Jay Sean Tate.
Just seeing
cool, but like, come on, like, start Tyrese.
So we've been talking about young players. We gave a Rookie of the Year pick.
Facts.
Now, this is a negative topic. This is going to go into a negative direction. Who are
I
some
hate
young
this topic,
players?
man. You crazy.
This topic.
Who are some young players that you've given up on?
Start with the boys over there. Go ahead, Joe.
Kevin Knox.
Knox.
You liked Kevin Knox?
I thought he had potential, but
Hey, stop that,
The
Rev.
Fortnite suit told me everything I need to know about Kevin Knox. Bro. That's all I needed to know. My Rookie of the Year in his class was Killian Hayes. So that's all I really need to say.
Killian Hayes has to be on everyone's list, respectfully to him.
He not on my
I
list.
got a bunch of guys.
But he's
listen.
gonna defend regardless, so he gonna have a place in the NBA. But as far as
Nah, he might
what I
get
thought he
cut.
could be, I'm over
Is
that.
that what we basing this off of? Who we thought people was gonna be, or just guys that I just looked?
Just guys that you believed in that now you're like, how did I believe in him?
Oh, I got a
for
few
some
of them.
reason I believed in CJLB as well. I thought he was.
Oh
be
my
a-
God! I'm cutting this
Come on,
mic.
bro.
I'm doing it, bro.
Unlock the door, start the car, grab me a burger while you out.
Bro, it's
This
crazy.
motherfucker. What?
CJ
What college he went to?
I'm muted. I don't even know. But when he came to the Blazers,
no,
when he came
we're
to
not
the
doing that. We're
Blazers, I
not doing
thought
that.
he was
You
going to be
cannot be a
something
believer just because he went to a team you like.
So
What's his best attribute? What's his best trait?
I didn't
His
see,
hair.
Yeah, I didn't see much of. I didn't see much. No, when I saw him on the court, there wasn't many positive
So you're
aspects.
telling
of
me
his
you're a believer in somebody without knowing their best trait of their game?
Wait, so you a Portland fan?
There was no good.
He's
one of his
he's a
teams.
Portland fan, a Bulls fan, a Spurs fan.
Oh, he's just
Yo,
like
he's
you.
down.
There
He's
you
red
go.
part two.
There you
He's
go.
red part two.
Shout out to you, gang.
It was one more team too. It was one more
Bulls-
team.
Bulls Nation.
Jazz fan because I
A
love.
Jazz fan. He was a Jazz.
You all
fan.
the- you all the-
Wait, what these teams?
He like
bro?
poverty team.
I was gonna say these are all like whatever teams.
This exercise and this question is hard for me because
Just name Cam Reddish.
Stop.
I still believe in Cam Reddish.
Yeah, don't do
Because
that.
It's like
The Cam
for
Reddish
me,
belief
it's
never gone.
It's stupid to give up on a guy that's that young. He's 23. That's just idiotic. And then it's like some guys I don't believe in guys. Like a lot of guys I believe in, they took off. Some guys just they ain't.
He's just
be
a
on
perfect
shit.
scout.
No, I'm just saying, who I feel like let me down. I don't feel like nobody let me down. Kevin Knox let me down.
Y'all gotta
I'm a Knick
stop.
fan.
Yeah, this was a hard list. A
But
guy.
I'm gonna say some shit. Fuck it. It is what it is. He ain't let me down, but I called it and I predicted it. I don't think Kobe White really liked that. How some of these other Bull fans thought he was.
I
when he
don't-
first
I
got
I
drafted.
got Kobe Bryant on my list too, bro.
I hated that
Just
pick.
leave it
That
in the
pick
box.
was
I didn't want
ass.
to go there because Kobe White,
He gonna have a long NBA
He's
career
been on the
as a-
show. You know, he's been on our show.
Yeah,
we fuck with Kobe, but this ain't personal. I just don't think that.
Not number 7 overall. Type,
I hated that pick. I did not want us to pick Kobe White.
Oh, that's a first because a lot of Bull fans thought that was their point.
Riv's been consistent.
board at that point?
It was supposed to be MPJ.
It should have been MPJ.
Was he?
I don't
Wait,
care.
was he in that draft? I don't think he was in that draft.
I can't even fault them.
MPJ
Hindsight,
like
That's an entirely different draft.
No. Y'all took Wendell over
Wendell
MPJ.
Carter.
That's Wendell
So
draft.
then was that the Cam Reddish draft?
Yes, it's a Cam.
We should have picked Cam. I don't care.
That would have been better than Kobe White. At least Kobe White's on the court.
Career right now.
Yeah, we should have picked Cam. We picked Kobe White.
Kobe White gets on the court.
We picked Kobe White to be a backup point guard in the league
That was a
at
bad
7.
yeah,
that don't make sense to
terrible
me.
Decision.
Hey, come
terrible
on, bro.
decision.
Like,
That's what the Kings just did with Davion Mitchell.
Well, the Kings are the Kings.
Show some
They're
respect.
poverty.
All right, come on.
He's a backup.
Go ahead, Mike.
I feel like I don't know, man. I think that he could. Let me start over. Like he didn't do shit at all.
TikTok or something.
No, he didn't do shit at all. But Jared Culver, when he was first coming out, I said Jared Culver. Jared Culver, when he first came in, I thought he was going to be a decent
He was
wing.
supposed to be good.
But he didn't do shit. So I was like, I didn't have no idea.
He attorney run,
That's
right?
the first year I didn't expect him to do that.
That's a great
That's
pick.
a very
man.
good pick.
pick.
So I just didn't know.
Jared
very
Culver's
good
a good pick. I'll start off on this side.
Okay.
KB ain't even go, bro.
No, he did.
He said Killian Hayes.
Killian Hayes.
Killian.
Killian.
He's got to be on everyone's list.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought Killian was definitely going to be better than he was, but I gave up on Killian after his rookie year. After like the summer league, after his rookie year, when I saw that he didn't do anything in summer league, that's when I gave up on him right there. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is one for me.
I don't know how I feel.
I'm not ready for that.
I don't know how I feel about that one either.
I feel like I thought he was going to be better. Maybe it is
and
because he's
SGA
Shay's
cousin. That just don't make sense to me.
Yeah. And then these next two are probably not like,
Yeah, right.
so whatever. Next one is Kara Lewis. But I don't know how much of that is because he's not that good of a player
Oh man,
or because
I'm
of
hating your
opportunity.
picks.
He tore his ACL.
I hate all your
Yeah.
picks. All your picks ain't like a lot of the guys I named. It's because they showed me like, oh, he ain't like that. You just naming guys because they ain't like. When has Nickeil Alexander-Walker showed that he's like a bum?
But Pierre,
He couldn't play for a team that
you
wasn't trying
just
to
said
win.
that you don't miss on your picks. You didn't really give a pick.
Top ACL.
You just said you don't miss.
I just gave you Kobe White, but I'm just saying I predicted that he wasn't gonna be on shit.
Yeah, but
He averaged 15 in the league. Now he ain't no star, but 15 is easy to score.
Wait, hold on.
15.
I
If
didn't
you
say he's a bum, but
if
y'all-
you're
a lot of
giving
Bull fans thought he was a point guard of the future, and since day one, I said that's not it. He's a 6 man at best.
if you're giving Kobe White that much slack, how doesn't Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Kara Lewis deserve that same slack?
Nickeil Alexander-Walker wasn't a 7th overall pick.
Fair.
He was a lottery pick.
Kira Lewis literally was hurt. What do you want him to do?
But when he's played, he hasn't gotten much burn.
You're not feeling this one?
When has he
I got
played?
5 people?
But I feel like not playing contributes to some degree to like how good of a player you are because that means in practice you aren't doing much.
That's not what that means. I've seen a lot of players
In
be in a
some
situation where they don't
situations.
play for a certain coach and they go elsewhere and they thrive. How many times have we seen that?
It's a good amount. It's true.
You have a good
Could
point.
happen with
But
Kobe.
with the Pelicans right
Kobe
now,
who?
Kobe White.
He's garbage.
Who should
I know,
Kira
but he
Lewis
got-
be playing
he got a new
over?
coach, you know, when
he
got
can't
drafted.
play over anybody right now. He's not playing over CJ. He's not playing over Jose Alvarado or Devontae Graham. So
He
gonna.
should be competing with Devontae Graham. He is ass.
Yeah, Devontae Graham's not that good.
And
So-
the only
Just
reason
like
they
G-Herbo.
played Devontae over him initially was because he was a rookie and they had just paid him. You know, organizations pay guys. We hear coaches say all the time, it's a political game. They don't want to sit guys who they just paid. They rather get their money's worth with them.
But
If
Jose
we just being
Alvarado
honest.
was just undrafted and earned significant playoff
Jose
minutes for
Alvarado
that
could
team.
guard. He
can.
can
Yeah.
guard.
And he's playing under a different coach who didn't sign off on Devontae Graham. He's playing under Willie Green now, who rewards more of what Jose Alvarado was
Also,
doing.
Kira Lewis Jr. was injured too.
Literally injured.
That's the one part that you got to, like, they have a
You
strong
can say the
point.
same thing for Killian Hayes.
Hey man, that's your list, man.
All right, before
Some of
you
the
go,
other guys
you
that
have
I
5.
mentioned, they literally showed me with time and opportunity, whether it was small or large, that they just weren't good, productive players. I got way more players on my list, but I feel like they eat Bobo. Ain't on
I
shit.
got Bobo on my shit too,
There's a
bro. I
reason
thought
he's
the
in the
same way.
green
Okay,
room,
you know
but-
what?
But Bobo was
Kevin
also a
Knox-
second
Kevin
round.
Knox literally played minutes and showed us that he isn't a productive player. Gogo Badakse with the Pacers. I'm giving up. Like these dudes, Frank Ntilikina is on my list.
You was locked
he
in
got
on Gogo?
ample minutes.
What about
and he hasn't
Poku?
shown us shit.
What
Zach
about Poku?
Collins was in a rotation. Zach Collins ain't on a crumb. That nigga's still young. If you don't know,
He got a nice bag for somebody that ain't playing
ain't
2
this
seasons.
shit.
Yeah.
They gotta look into that. It's tampering. They spend money on nothing.
What about Poku?
Poku's
Who?
Poku.
Pokachevsky.
OKC?
Yeah, this-
Poku went down to the G. It wasn't no shit in the G League. So I'm like, that's rough.
I even cut him some slack because I think what the Thunder are doing is very detrimental to their own players. You cannot have 12 players who all need growth. So there's no 12-man rotation. So somebody in a organization, even outside of him, is going to fall off. Darius Baszler is taking a big hit, Poku. And I think in this upcoming year, we probably going to add 2 more guys. Somebody ain't going to do some shit in OKC this year because it's literally so many bodies.
Do you feel the same way about Orlando? Real quick, do you feel the same way about Orlando?
No, because
it's so early for Orlando.
I don't think Jonathan Isaac was on my list as well. I'm giving up on Jonathan Isaac. He only 25. I'm done with that. I'm washing my hands with that. But I feel like a lot of the guys kind of set in stone.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
They got Markelle and Cole Anthony, but I think Paolo and Franz is locks. Wendell is a lock. You know what I mean?
I get it. They've shown more earlier in their development. I get it.
So, Riv, who's your players?
Oh, he wanted to go in front of me.
Yeah, really quick. I'll give mine. You guys mentioned Killian Hayes 100%.
Jalen Horton-Tucker?
No, I'm not going to mention that one. That's a soft spot.
I have him on my list.
I got him on my list.
Let me tell you.
I think he just needs more opportunity though. If he went to a different team, I feel like he would thrive.
He was a role player in the pro.
He's talking 100% facts. If he left and played for a different team,
he said he's a role player in the pro.
Oh,
I think that's facts. I think
like
if he
I've
goes
seen-
to
I've
another
seen enough
team, I
of
think that he'll
THT.
actually. It's playing with LeBron. Something about it that
you
just
can't
can't.
develop
Like he
as a
should
young
learn how to
player
play
playing
with
with
LeBron,
LeBron.
bro. That
I know, I get it, but it's not everyone's meant for it. Jordan Clarkson left, and he goes to Utah and becomes one of the best 6 men in the league.
I mean,
He
always
doesn't
had that in
deserve
him.
to be meant for it.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, if
Jordan Clarkson always had.
Yeah, if you watch Jordan before, he
I'll tell
always
you what.
had that
I'll
bag
tell you
in
what.
it.
That's a
Jordan
fact.
Clarkson in
I could've
Cleveland
seen
was
that.
horrible.
No,
Rookie
but
Jordan
I'm
Clarkson
saying
was a
if you
dog with
watch
the
Jordan
Lakers.
Clarkson from Missouri, he always had that bag in him. Like
I
it
don't
was
disagree,
always.
but when
I'm
he
just
came
saying,
to
talent-wise, THT isn't on the level
when
of Clarkson.
and the
He's
moment
not.
also,
he was older
but Jordan with the Cavaliers was nothing.
because of he had to be
Compared
a
to
spot up
what he was with
shooter.
Utah.
LeBron, when you play with LeBron, you're a spot up shooter.
Okay.
Jordan
In
is
your
an
bag.
ISO
She's not
player.
doing that.
You're making
Jordan
a
is an
difference
ISO
in
bag
ISO
player.
bag.
That's a good
Once
point.
you
You know
get
the
out,
game.
once you set him away, Jordan
Let
Clarkson
him
went
know
to
you know the
Utah,
game.
6 man, bag work. Yo, Jordan, go in, go get buckets. Simple.
Drew, don't let him talk to you like that. You had an opinion. Stand on.
Nah,
it.
but he's honestly
I'm
making a good point.
instigating. I'm
Nah, no,
instigating.
but no, for sure. But you're making a solid point because
Yeah.
you see it now with Utah. He has the
Certain players got
the
to play with
opportunity.
LeBron. That's all
fair
it is.
enough. Fair
That's
enough.
all it is.
Y'all ain't trying to make this nasty though.
No.
I'll be honest with you. We playing a very safe game with all of these names. Who's some guys that ain't fell off yet, but you just ain't a believe. That's some shit.
One of mine,
popping.
Isaac Okoro. Isaac Okoro is one of those for me. I just
What?
Yeah, Isaac Okoro. I'm not a huge fan.
Now
of
we
his.
talking.
Defensively, he was supposed to come into the league, be this
He's been
defensive
amazing
presence. No, he is
defensively.
not actually.
Go ahead and run your numbers. Go
Opponent
ahead.
shot 43.7% from the field against Okoro. You know who had better defensive stats?
Do you even know the
Devin
league
Booker,
average?
Reggie Jackson.
Devin Booker don't guard who Isaac Okoro guards.
Regardless of that fact,
No, you can't
Isaac
say
Okoro,
regardless of that.
Isaac Okoro came into
guards
this
the
league,
best player on every team on the perimeter.
and he does.
Devin Booker
does a poor
not
job.
do that.
And also
What do you mean he
offensively,
does a poor job?
what does he
That's
offer
40
to you?
What's the league average?
You're defending your boy
What's the
Isaac
league
Okoro.
average?
You tell me.
You got the stats. I don't
But
got
I'm
the
just
stats in
telling
front
you.
of me.
But Devin Booker, who's a supposed not a great defender.
Who does he guard?
I mean,
Does
guys
Devin
on the
Booker go
perimeter?
play the Clippers? He guards Paul George? Hell no.
Probably not.
He does not.
Probably
He doesn't
not.
guard Kawhi either. But
Probably
Isaac
not.
Okoro had to go in a playing game against the Nets and go switch on Kyrie and Kevin Durant. What you think
This
he's
is about
supposed
the
to
regular
do?
season. I'm not talking just the playoffs.
But I'm saying what you think
And
he's
even-
supposed to do.
let's
That's
talk,
his job.
Let's talk offensively, right? Because
Okay, offensively you got
we
it.
give Thibault slack because he's
Offensively you got it.
unplayable at times, and
Offensively you got it.
defensively he's
Offensively you
definitely
got it.
better than Okoro. Because offensively, you're going to tell me that Thibault isn't better than Okoro
He
defensively?
missed the open layup in a playoff game.
Okay, we're talking.
Isaac Okoro ain't never do no shit like
so
that.
let's go back to offense, which is what I
I'll let
agree
him
with.
go. I'm fucking with this.
Let's go back to offense, right?
What's-
Because
offense, what? They
either
both
guys,
garbage.
exactly. But
But you can't-
defensively, I'm taking Thibault, and you tell me you're not taking Thibault, you're crazy.
I'm saying Isaac is 21 years old. Thibault's like 24. That he has time.
He does have time, but even still, he came into the league supposed to be this
But you
defensive
not- but you-
lockup
but you talking
defensive
about-
player. He's not that.
Okay.
He's not that.
What's the
especially
league
on this
average?
defensive unit that's
What's
supposed
the
to be great.
league average?
Joel, are you looking that up, or I'm curious?
I'm not looking.
Okay,
I thought,
regardless. I'm just listen.
hold
The
on, hold
fact
on.
that Reggie Jackson and Devin Booker have better
They
defensive
don't
percentages.
guard nobody.
hold on. Let me just be the voice
I
of
do
reason
believe
here.
that's a flawed stat, though.
It is a
I'm
flawed
a
stat.
Riv on this one.
Yeah, look, I will be the voice of reason here. For you to call him out on that stat and you not have the league average, I think it's disappointing. I was hoping
It's
for
also
you
a
to-
little
didn't
rude.
think he was gonna
'Cause you're
run it
trying
with
to- you're-
stats.
You're minimizing my point.
No,
there
because I
don't
watched
know.
Cleveland games. That's
I don't
what I'm saying.
think-
I've seen him-
I
I've
don't
seen him
think
guard the
Okoro's
best.
a
He does
bad
good job.
defender. I don't
He's a
think
good
Okoro's a bad
defender.
defender.
He's not as good as he was supposed to be.
Why?
Nowhere
Because he
near.
can't guard elite players.
I mean, when you're picked in a top 5, you got to come in and be great at something. He's not great offensively. He's not, and I wouldn't even say he's great defensively.
You said bad though. I didn't like when you said bad.
Okay, fine.
Bad was crazy.
Fine.
He's a good
Semantics,
defender.
I'm fine with that.
He's a good defender.
We got to see it. I got to see it more. But I'm worried because offensively, it's going to get to the point where he's unplayable.
If you said that you don't believe in the curl because he's not a good offensive player,
correct. But
you should have stopped there.
But no, fair enough if you want to say that. But also to that point, we see Thibault, who's definitely a better defensive player, and there's moments where you cannot play him because offensively he is a liability.
I agree. That doesn't happen a lot to Isaac Okoro.
He's got different situations.
He's a great cutter. He's a great finisher.
Bro.
He gets in the spots. He just can't hit the threes. That's all. And that's going to be worked on. But he can do things. Matisse can't make open layups. Isaac Okoro can actually do that. He's a good finisher.
Okoro's
Good cutter.
21 too.
Hey, come
20.
on.
Their situations are different too. You got Okoro on Cleveland, and
Definitely. And another guy that I had, I don't know if you had him, I apologize, Aaron Neesmith. On 11 minutes of opportunity this season, averaged 3.8 points, shot 27% from behind the arc. That's 10% lower than the season before. I'm definitely done with that.
You're not even him in Indiana, maybe getting a chance to play. Nothing.
No.
They'll move you a little
I
bit.
think he could have a much better
He's got at least a
He's gonna
chance
bring
to
something
play.
to a
Like he
team.
could get burned.
He's going to get
for the first
opportunity,
time.
but even still,
The moment Aaron Neesmith was drafted, I came on the podcast and through the wire, and I said it's going to be tough for him because he's coming into the NBA already looked at as a sniper. He shot historically.
Stupid. Yeah, crazy.
So he comes in already with that label. I just felt
You ain't say it to his face though when he was on our show.
Of course not, because I don't want to see him fail, but I think it's gonna be tough. I do think the new situation can help him. But I want to hear Joel go back to his list.
Okay, I'll go.
And I want to hear him talk spicy because I feel like again, this whole segment, it was used as a very light say to pick out players who we all know. Kevin Knox is our obvious pick. Killian Hayes is easy. Who do you think that's nobody's talking about or on their ass yet that just ain't impressing you? You just don't see it. Shout out to Drew for setting the tone. He put out Isaac Okoro. I respect that because everybody ain't gonna live on that edge. It's easy to point out these guys we've been pointing out, myself included. It's easy to say ball.
Okay.
Who is the guys that is like, okay, they solid, but you just like, it ain't working for me.
You want you want me to get really spicy?
Let's go.
I'll get really
This
spicy.
is 2 on the episode with Through the Wire.
All right, let me ask y'all while he looks. You got it?
No. I got what?
No, the player in mind.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm actually just going through the draft right now, but I will say this. Back to the Isaac Okoro thing. I just searched up Isaac Okoro defense on Google. The first article that came up was from Cleveland.com. The headline of it is Isaac Okoro putting clamps on opponents, becoming priceless defensive piece of Cleveland Cavaliers resurgence.
What year was this?
He locks, bro.
This was 2022, January 19th. In the middle of the season.
I got mine in May. That was what my analytics that I got from are pretty recent.
End of the season.
I don't even think he played in May, but word.
No, you write your
Playing.
articles and come on, bro. What are you
got
doing?
the playing game. Where
That's your guy. I understand. I understand why you get a little defensive.
Remember we went to that playing game?
That was your my
was
guy
he the
that
one
draft?
missing shots?
Open threes. He was missing, but he can't shoot threes.
No, we were
I know,
watching
but
the
bro,
shoot
he
around,
was-
and bro
we were
did
in
not make a
warm-ups.
single corner three.
Yeah, I know it's good to knock a guy down, but when he gets better,
Listen. I
He's
was
here.
asked
This is
to
what, going into year 3?
step up to the plate.
this would be
I
his
did.
third year. So.
Got time.
All right, real quick while he looks that up. Your
I have
guys,
my guys.
Yeah. All right.
Can I
Son
name
of a
my guys?
bitch.
I didn't even name my
He didn't.
guys.
He didn't. Let me go ahead, Riv.
Well, mine's is really quick. I got Dante Exum. He's a bum. I got Isaiah Briscoe. He failed the city. I feel like he
unfortunate,
was
King.
supposed
That's
to.
unfortunate.
He was supposed to go crazy. Trayvon Duvall is another one. He ain't even get to make the league fully. And
Man,
do
you
his thing.
naming all these easy ones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's just my guy. Oh,
Talk
Dennis
spicy.
Smith Jr. That's
a
another
disappointing
That
one.
one. These are the ones just hurt me mentally. You know, those my 4. I don't got no spicy ones. Those just the ones that
All right.
hurt me mentally.
I got spicy ones.
What's your
And
spicy?
It's really spicy ones.
Never
You
gonna
guys,
get it off.
Pierre challenged me,
And
he challenged me. Now it's really time for me to go crazy. Okay, DeAndre Ayton is my guy. Not guys that I
like that.
Not that I don't like him. DeAndre
sure.
Ayton was drafted over Luka, over Trae
Yes.
Young, even Jaren Jackson Jr. All guys I think that are better than DeAndre Ayton. What you see Wendell doing in Orlando, I don't think is far off from what he can do in Phoenix if he's in that same situation. DeAndre Ayton just got a max, and I don't even think he's going to be an all-star in the duration of his contract. He's the first overall pick, and we have questions about him being an all-star. So that's a player that I've mostly given up on because I've seen players like Jalen Smith match his production one given time in Phoenix, and then they traded Jalen Smith. My other guy,
That's an incredible answer, bro.
Nah, I tell you what, you just went crazy.
My other guy.
I don't think there's gonna be. I don't think there's gonna be a better answer that you can
Yeah,
get.
you could leave that
I
one.
thought you was gonna say
No,
Pat
I'll
Williams.
say. Oh yeah, he's definitely up there. Another one is
Riv and KB, y'all Bull fans. Y'all ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, Derek, you a Bulls fan?
Nope.
Pat Williams done for?
Still all-time
Williams
high
still got
stock, baby.
Nah, I still got a little belief in
My
Pat Will
stock is
also.
live in my boy.
another
Baby
one
Claw
for me.
still?
Baby Claw.
Another one for me is not because of necessarily his skill as a player, but mostly due to injury and circumstance. Jaren Jackson Jr. I legitimately feel like the Memphis Grizzlies are a leap from him away, being consistent offensively to being a legit championship contender. Because right now, I look at the Grizzlies, it's Ja Morant and a bunch of depth, but they don't have that second star. Jaren Jackson was inefficient offensively. He came into the league as a guy who can shoot the three at a high clip, at efficiently, and he's shooting around 34% from there, which is not good enough for him. So if he doesn't take that leap, Memphis is going to be stuck where they are right now.
So you're not high on you pretty much. He just made all defensive team.
Yeah, he's also out for a duration of the
months.
season because it hurt. He got hurt.
So you're done on you're off the Jaren Jackson boat.
I feel like he's not going to improve much than what we've already seen.
So
I like first pick more than your second pick for sure.
Yeah.
So this is him, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
Jaren Jackson was one of those, like, I understand where you're coming
Like that's
from.
why I said injury. It's mostly due to injury.
But
Because I like Jaren Jackson.
I would say more so on the offensive side of things, where he is definitely inconsistent, definitely can improve on that side of the ball. But defensively, what can you really say? The only thing you can really say is he's too aggressive.
He's
he plays
undisciplined.
himself exactly.
Then the other names are just Patrick Williams. That's one. And Cam
Wait.
Reddish.
Okay. So this is where I'm gonna push back because you hold on.
Pierre, this is on you.
Hold on.
PeeWee, this is on you.
No. Wait.
Look, he's laughing. He knows. He knows.
You're
Here we go.
you're a hypocrite.
I'm a hypocrite.
Because you just ran with the Jaren Jackson injuries. Pat Will was also another guy who was injured.
He's also saying he's out on Jaren Jackson, just like Pat Will.
Yeah, but he's not saying he's out on Pat Will because of injuries. No, he's just saying he's not that
'cause he's
good. But
not-
yeah, he's also been a person who hasn't been able to improve because of injury and of
What did
course
I say? He's
situation.
not that good. What? That's what I said.
No, Jaren Jackson. I think you meant Jaren
Well,
Jackson.
I'm talking about Pat Will.
This question that Pee-wee asked me is basically, am I buying stock into this player? I'm not buying stock into Patrick Williamson.
Williams.
Pat Williams.
I know. I just was making a joke.
He
Williams.
don't like him that way. He had his name
That's
wrong.
just nuts to me. I don't get your logic.
Not only
What do you
that,
think-
because
what do you think,
even
KB?
if
Go ahead.
even if Pat Will does
Okay,
improve,
all
though,
right.
the role that he's in, there's a limited ceiling for his role.
Okay. All right, Kenny.
you
what
can
do you
play
think,
out
bro?
your role though.
I mean, that last sentence is true. He's going to be limited because he's playing with DeMar and Zach LaVine and Vucevic, who still thinks he's an all-star talent. But I think it's crazy to say you out on the dude that only played a handful of games last season.
Patrick Williams is
I'm
what?
out.
He was the youngest player in his draft. He probably like
He was
20.
the youngest player in this draft, played 6 games and broke his hand because Mitchell Robinson played too fucking much. And then came back to a team that was already good. He got to find himself.
He
So,
might be still young. Yeah, I think Patrick Williams might still be 20. He can't even get no beer.
So what do you think Pat Will's ceiling is?
under the circumstances, I don't think you're going to get to Kawhi Leonard. He's the connecting piece for the Chicago Bulls, 1,000%.
So he's going to be a great role player for you guys.
Keldon Johnson.
Ooh, what?
Whoa.
That's your guy. That's
that boy
your.
Keldon like 6 months older than him.
You're not high on
wait,
Keldon?
PeeWee, you're out on Keldon?
No, I'm saying. You saying who is
That's
Patrick
Patrick
Williams?
I
gonna be that player?
understand.
Oh, you know,
I'm
you
not,
know,
I don't know Keldon Johnson.
you know who's the player I'm actually out on for real?
Kevin Vassell?
Kevin Porter Jr.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
I can't agree with
one
that
of the
one
best
either.
catch and shoot 3-point shooters in the league.
I like KPJ. He's playing out of
Doesn't move
position. He still
I-
does his
For
Look,
thing.
I
KPJ,
follow-
I'm definitely all in on the bag vibes.
I follow a Rocket.
vibes.
Sign me up.
I follow a Rockets Twitter account, and all I see on my TL is a bunch of like KPJ hype on how like he's one of the best isolation players in the league and stuff like that. So
You don't
it's
like
just-
that he's Baby Harden?
I just don't think he's the future point guard of the Rockets.
It's
I don't.
because people call him Baby Harden? Is that what it is?
That's
well,
crazy.
you know he'll never be James Harden.
Of course.
So
Hey, I'll give you one more name just for me.
Here we go.
I like this dude. He can play. De'Aaron Fox is not that guy.
Oh my god.
Yes!
As you got the jersey in the background, that's
De'Aaron
crazy.
Fox is
That's
not that guy.
that's my jersey.
De'Aaron Fox is not that
PeeWee,
guy.
I'm with you on that.
wait, hold on. This is
I'm
a
with
perfect
you.
segue. This is
I'm
perfect.
with you on that.
This is perfect.
And I'll say why, because Drew
Yeah.
is reacting the way he is. This is why. I like De'Aaron Fox, especially as a guy. Like De'Aaron Fox is a cool ass dude.
Other than
I like
scamming
him.
his friends.
Yeah, besides the NFT shit. This is not my jersey. You come on now. You know I don't have no damn Trey Young and no De'Aaron Fox. Like,
Shout out to our sponsors though for sending them.
cool, but that ain't no type of shit that you see me with. I'm a Penny Hardaway, Kobe, Lamar Odom type dude. You feel me? But De'Aaron Fox is he's good, but he's limited. So he's good with the basketball, but he's not elite. But then you can't play him with another player who has the basketball because he can't play off. So it's just a wedge on how good your team could be if it's being led by De'Aaron Fox. I think he's a really good player, but I'm not. If I had stock very low of it, we're going to De'Aaron Fox.
The exact opposite. I put a lot of stock in De'Aaron Fox this season.
My stock ain't even. I ain't putting no stock in the Fox.
Led by De'Aaron Fox this season are the Kings a play-in team in the West.
What would that say? That wouldn't make me feel.
That's what I was gonna say.
But for the Kings, a play-in spot
exactly.
Is like
the Kings aren't that good.
That's
that
a
don't
big
make me
win.
feel no different than Fox.
But why?
That would be because what is that?
I would look at that as an achievement considering how deep
Kings
the
fans
Western
are gonna
Conference
love
is.
that.
If they make a play-in,
Charlotte making the
they might throw a
play-in.
parade.
Charlotte making the play-in be due to not only just LaMelo.
Charlotte has a future. It's LaMelo Ball.
But the fact that they've made the play-in's an accomplishment for them.
I don't think they look at it like that. They got skunked out twice.
Yeah, they
looked at it for the first year for
They
sure.
was trying to make
First
the
year,
playoffs.
Year
Brody.
2, they not vibing
That's
to
how
that.
Sacramento's got to look at it too. Just get
That's
in
what
there,
I'm
be
saying.
competitive.
I feel like when you've been doo-doo for 15 plus, you should not just be thinking, yeah, this is the thing, the plan.
But at least you're taking
Stepping
steps
stones.
the right
Stepping
direction.
stones.
You're,
Listen,
you're
no,
not going.
there's
You're not going
definitely
from poverty franchise to
I'm
the
not
3 seed
talking, but
overnight.
y'all
I would
making
say
it about
3
the
seed.
Kings. I'm talking about
7 seed,
why
bro,
would
not even
that
that.
change my perspective on De'Aaron Fox?
Oh, it
Because it'll be a
shouldn't.
De'Aaron Fox-led team.
If the Kings was the 6th seed, that changes my perspective on De'Aaron Fox.
This is why. Because I think this is the first year under this management with Monty McNair that they have built a roster that fits De'Aaron Fox. Like, you have De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, who they played off well each other. Like, De'Aaron Fox averaged 27 points per game in the second half of the season, and with Sabonis was averaging close to 30. Kevin
Facts.
Huerter's now
I think
there.
everybody has thrown that out when De'Aaron Fox is coming.
Keegan Murray at the 4. So now you have floor spacers around De'Aaron. Kevin Huerter, Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes, Sabonis, a nice pick and roll partner, and they have a good bench. This is the best team De'Aaron Fox has had in Sacramento.
Which is sad because they just had Tyrese Halliburton. So the fact that you had to give up a talent like Tyrese Halliburton for De'Aaron Fox to flourish is tough.
I agree
because
with that.
usually guys who you have to give away talent like that to flourish are top level guys. You make those sacrifices for LeBron James. That's what I'm saying. James Harden. Oh man, we don't want nobody else that take the ball out of James Harden's hand because he's elite with it. So the fact that you're doing all of that and moving mountains for De'Aaron Fox to get to the play-in, that's where it's like, it's only so far you're going to be able to go if you're the Kings. I do agree with everything. I believe the Kings had one of my favorite off seasons. I love the moves that they made. Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk, Keegan Murray. I was screaming for them to take Keegan Murray because obviously Jaden Ivey didn't want to be there. I'm a big fan of Sabonis, but I do understand with Sabonis, there's limitations to the back line of your defense. They still do have Rashawn Holmes that I like. So I like what the Kings doing. But if the Kings made the play-in, that ain't enough for me to change my perspective on De'Aaron Fox. That's the Kings being a better team. Mm-hmm. Now, like I said, if the Kings went crazy and they was a 6th seed and De'Aaron Fox is just dragging these motherfuckers through the West, perspective changes. And I'll be the first to admit, hey, man, that motherfucker blew me away. That was way different. But if you got to do all of this for De'Aaron Fox to flourish, like give up a Tyrese Halliburton talent, oh, man.
Y'all taking the over or under on 0.5 All-Star appearances for De'Aaron Fox in his career?
I'll take the
over.
over.
I'll take the over. One.
I just saw Wiggins.
He's not getting none.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, all it takes is a few injuries and you can sneak in there.
What about 1.5?
Him or D'Lo?
Under.
Under.
Huh?
De'Aaron Fox or D'Lo?
Under
Who's
both
more
of them.
likely? to
De'Aaron
make
Fox
a-
easily.
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron
Fox.
Fox.
Under.
So
this,
Neither.
neither
Not
will
giving a
make it all.
chance?
No, under both of them. It's the West.
1.5 is, I don't know.
So this is a question for the Through the Wire squad right here.
De'Aaron didn't even get in last season. DeJounte was a sub. He not getting in. I don't.
That's a good question.
I don't think Fox getting in.
De'Aaron Fox or DeJounte Murray is a better one.
I don't think he gonna
Answer
get in.
that one.
Because DeJounte was a sub
think-
last season.
Mm-hmm.
Take DeJounte.
I think
Facts,
DeJounte's the
DeJounte.
better
I'm
I
taking
think
DeJounte.
De'Aaron Fox is
defense.
better. I think De'Aaron Fox is better.
I think
DeJounte's
How
more
is-
complete player.
What
Exactly.
are you saying
More
he's better
complete
at,
player.
though?
exactly.
They the same type of player. They both can't
he's
shoot.
a better scorer. He's
They
a
both
better scorer.
can't
I
shoot.
agree with that.
I like the defense of
De'Aaron Fox
DeJounte.
is
I like the
100%.
playmaking of DeJounte. I mean,
100%.
the Fox is more explosive. I
Yeah,
give him that.
that's it.
But
He's more
DeJounte's more
athletic.
crafty. I'll say
Defensively,
DeJounte.
it's not even
Yeah,
close.
I like
Yeah.
DeJounte.
DeJounte.
Honestly, I think DeJounte can fit on more teams because he's a great defender. But I like De'Aaron Fox as a player better than DeJounte Murray. I feel like this past season we saw DeJounte in the first time in like a ball dominant role, and he got an all-star appearance out of it. That's all
great.
fine and great. But before the season, this was not a debate.
DeJounte Murray's out the league if he wasn't on the Spurs. Right?
Facts.
He wouldn't be the player he was today.
Hyperbole.
So let me ask you. Can I ask you a question? So hypothetically, if you flip flopped them, do the Spurs still make the play-in with De'Aaron Fox?
It's possible.
I didn't ask that. Yes or no? Do the Spurs still make? I don't want to hit it. It's possible. Do the Spurs still make the play-in with De'Aaron Fox? Be honest.
De'Aaron.
Whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying.
Yes.
You think so?
You
think so? Really?
Hey, do the Hawks make the same trade they made for DeJounte?
Hell
for
no.
De'Aaron Fox?
You can't have Trey and
My
Fox.
point.
So this is my question for you guys, because we've debated this ad nauseum. Kings versus Portland next year. Who is going to be a better team?
Portland.
I'm gonna let him do all the talking on it. He's the Portland fan. He has to talk. This show floor.
Hey, I mean, they got the better player by far. I think this is the best team Damian Lillard has. All you gotta do is give Damian Lillard a little bit of help, and he can carry you. At least he's showing you to at least the 3 seed. I know the West has gotten better.
Wait.
Best team he's ever.
No.
Best
But I'm
team.
saying, like, even in the West
Yo,
before, when Damian Lillard didn't
allow
have,
me to
when he had
process.
Al-Farouq Aminu and Mo Harkless as his starting wings, they were the 3rd seed in the West.
Oh no, he gonna get you them wins.
Yeah, Damian Lillard's a
How
regular
many more
season guy who
wins?
can win you some games.
How much better are they then? If
I
you're
think
saying
I think the Portland Trailblazers this season could be a 7, 8, 6 seed.
I could dig that.
I can see the Kings.
I can see that.
I
7,
can still
8.
see the Kings being like 11 to
Facts.
10.
I can see
That's
7,
my
8.
point. Is not even the Blazers. The Sacramento Kings have to fucking fight for a play-in spot after doing all this shit to be good, and they fight for a
all this
play-in
shit y'all
spot.
saying with the Kings, and as much as I love the offseason, everything got to go perfect for them to get a play-in.
All right, D Mills. I hate to put you on the
God
spot
forbid
like
Keegan
this.
Murray twists his ankle in 12 games. Man, we talking about 15. We talking about 14th or 15th in the West for a rookie.
D Mills. I hate to put you on the spot like this. You said 7 seed, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're assuming Utah's
He's
dropping
gonna
down.
name all
right?
these fucking teams,
Nah,
so be prepared.
I just want to hit. Do not cut him off. Just let him go on. Because I'm curious about this too.
I'm gonna give you Utah. I think the Blazers can be better than Utah.
Don't give him nothing.
I'll give him Utah.
You just ask
All right.
him. Just ask
Yeah,
him
just
straight up.
ask
Who's
All right, the Timberwolves.
I would take the Blazers.
You started off bad.
All right, the Pelicans.
Blazers.
D Mills. I respect it.
Keep going. Keep going.
That's crazy.
The LA Clippers.
The Clippers.
Okay.
So there is a ceiling to this team.
The Lakers.
They can't be better than the Clippers.
No.
Lakers.
I see the Clippers being like a top 4 seed.
Yo, did PeeWee just bounce?
Yeah.
He's in the parking lot right now.
The Lakers.
How is this a conversation?
Because I don't know.
The Lakers go fucking
Wait, how you go clean Blazers but think about the Lakers?
Because I don't know. Because
Debating
the
the
Lakers could
Lakers.
surprise us to be one of the best teams in
But I
the
think the
West.
Pelicans
Best team in the West.
This guy knows ball.
Best
He knows
team.
ball.
I don't know.
I know you thinking Brian, you thinking AD, but do you see the rest of that
Rest
shit?
roster shit.
No, like
Brian
it's,
and AD is a lot.
He
They
might
had
be a
that
Laker
last
fan
year.
now.
Last
He
year,
might sound like a Laker fan.
Last year, what did that bring them? Realistically,
They do
Well,
got
Anthony
they got
Davis-
Lonnie Walker, bro.
oh sure.
Well,
Yo,
Anthony
yo,
Davis also
got
didn't
Stanley
play
Johnson.
honest.
yo, I'm gonna be honest. D Mills after AD, they're not good,
Are you
bro.
sure he's gonna play like this season?
I would hope so.
The Lakers are horrible.
I am so.
The fact that you didn't think about the Pelicans
Yes,
or the Wolves, but
yes.
you think about the Lakers is wild.
it's crazy.
crazy.
I'm so
yeah,
disappointed.
the thought
in
process
you.
was insane. The
This
Lakers
is
are
bias
horrible.
at its finest. Keep asking. Hey, this is
The
entertaining. Keep asking.
The Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas.
The Warriors.
The Warriors.
The Sacramento Kings.
The Blazers.
The
Nuggets.
Phoenix Suns.
Nah,
The Suns.
Nuggets.
there you go.
So
I'll
that's the
take the
ceiling.
Nuggets.
That's the ceiling that he has for them. Like, yeah,
I don't
it's
know what
just
the
red
ceiling
zone.
is.
He said
No,
they
he
better
said-
than
he said
Pels.
six
No,
seed.
Pelicans,
Six
the
seed?
Timberwolves.
So yeah, 6 seed. That's basically 6
Six
seed.
seeds.
Okay.
Crazy.
What about the Thunder?
He didn't even know that Josh Hart was projected to start. By the
Yes.
way,
I forgot.
He
Josh
thought
Hart was-
Gary Payton II was going to be their star small forward.
Josh Hart is underrated though.
He's a dog.
definitely
No,
I like Josh
I
Hart.
just completely forgot he was still on the roster.
underrated and forgotten about by diehard fans.
What do
Yeah,
y'all think?
he averaged 18. No, he averaged 20 points per game with the Blazers when he got traded
Would
there.
y'all take
He
AK?
won me a
Oh,
big
yeah.
parlay.
Would y'all take OKC
He was
or the
hooping because he
Blazers?
was the only
taking
motherfucker
the
that could
Blazers.
take a shot.
Blazers.
Yeah.
Any
At some
team,
point.
any team that's at the bottom of the barrel, I'm taking Dame
Yeah.
alone.
It's a
over
great
Jesus.
question.
compare.
Hold up. I don't think y'all
Smart,
asked this. The Grizzlies
Oh, we didn't.
or the
actually.
Blazers?
The Grizzlies.
Okay.
But
Grizzlies
I
should
feel
be
like
easy.
it's questionable because I read their roster is kind of questionable now. They lost Kyle Anderson, they lost DeAnthony Melton. I don't know. I'm not happy to see. I'm happy to see this team on paper.
So the
Mhm.
Blazers are for sure yes over the Timberwolves, but
And
you have to
Pels.
think for the
He didn't
Grizzlies.
think about it.
The
He didn't
Grizzlies
think
Because the
about
Grizzlies
it.
still
were
there,
the 2
man.
seed last
But I tell you what, the
so-
Grizzlies-
Who's the 6th and
They
7th
was
man on the
They was a
Trailblazers?
2 seed, but they went.
The 6th.
The 6th and 7th man. Who the first two people off the bench for the Blazers? And I'm trying to put you on the spot because I legitimately can't think of it either.
It's got to be Gary Payton.
Gary Payton.
Anthony, right?
Anthony starts.
He starts?
Anthony's going to start.
They're going to start Dame and Anthony?
They're going to start them both.
Yeah, Dame and Anthony are for
100
sure
mil,
starting together.
So like you can't even tell me they 7th man, bro.
You got Shaden Sharp, Gary Payton,
Nasir Little,
bro.
Nasir Little. I like Nasir Little.
Nasir Little's a good one.
He's hurt though.
So wait, Josh Hart and Jeremy Grant and Nurkic is going to be the front court.
Correct.
What about Trendon Watford?
I like that front court.
Trendon Watford's still there, right?
He's good. I like Watford.
He's okay.
Y'all got to get the summer league next year, man.
Facts.
Yeah, we definitely got to go. You guys were there, right? How'd you guys enjoy it?
It was cool. It was
dope.
summer league.
Y'all took 80 flicks.
Did we?
Yeah, on Twitter, bro. Everywhere. All day. Every day. Flick. Y'all was
He was jealous. That's what it was. He's a little envious right
I'm
now.
always jealous. Wouldn't be me.
I didn't realize we took so many pictures.
Yeah, I was going crazy.
Nah,
I was hating.
He's exactly, bro. Keep doing y'all.
Nothing wrong with hating. As long as you admit it. As long as you admit it.
Oh, that's facts.
I was hating.
But if you
Secret
openly
hate.
ain't nothing wrong with
Talk.
Yeah,
That's
they was
fact.
taking flicks. I was mad. Like, damn. Like,
Fucking Jersey.
Yeah,
For
I
we
think there's a
should've been
difference
there.
between hating and being envious.
Yeah, no, definitely.
What
Similar-
haters?
Nah,
What
they
would you
kinda go
rather
hand in
somebody
hand.
do towards you?
I'd rather
Would you rather
somebody.
somebody be hating on you or be envious?
I'd rather
of you?
than be envious, for
Yeah,
sure.
for my ego, envious for sure.
what's envious? I'm sorry.
Envious
I'm
is
not.
like
They wanna be you.
Correct.
Oh.
I'd rather a nigga hating on me.
Yeah, I don't want
ain't
nobody
gonna
I
to
say.
want
be-
someone hating on me.
Nah.
I don't want nobody to
Somebody
be
being
me.
envious.
That's weird.
Envious
This
feels
motherfucker
schemy, like
is
they gonna
Yeah.
do some
There's
shit.
just no need to hate.
Yeah, who
You
was that
understand what I'm
ice
saying?
skater girl who and they did her legs or broke her legs or some shit?
I couldn't
Y'all
tell
ain't
you.
hear about that?
I don't know
Nah.
what you talking about, bro.
Yamaguchi.
Oh, Christy
I don't know,
Yamaguchi?
Then they break her legs or
I
something.
can't
Somebody
remember that. I just know she's an ice skater.
Yeah, somebody secretly broke her legs or something, or like attacked her or did something.
Damn.
That's the type of shit envious people do. A
No,
motherfucker
that's-
hate just be like, man, fuck him. I don't watch their podcast. A person envious? Oh man,
It's just the
they going
word.
through your old tweets, hoping they can pull up something to get you cans to.
That's
they,
a hater.
They lying to. They
No,
lying
that's
to
a-
your
that's a
boss.
hater.
They
That's
telling
someone-
your girl
that
that
sounds
you
like an
cheated when
envious
you
Just
didn't.
think about how strong the word hate is, man.
I was gonna say people.
Yeah,
We
haters.
talk about like rappers and shit. Like people that hate them, they get killed over that shit.
That's
my
facts.
point exactly.
This
I
week,
mean,
I
no,
don't
that's
want
not my
nobody
point.
being
But
me,
yeah,
Nah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
this week in the NBA, this is a large panel. I think we've done a good job at managing it.
We
though,
have.
so
we
far.
have. We're almost done with the show. Low
Yeah.
key.
So this week in the NBA, I just pulled up a stat that I saw on my TL. It's which defenders held opponents to the lowest field goal percentage within 6 feet of the basket last season. Number 1 was Jared Allen. Number 2 was Jaren Jackson. Number 3 was Gobert. Number 4 was Jaden McDaniels, who is now teammates with Gobert. And number 5 is JaVale McGee, who the Mavericks just picked up. And they needed an interior rim protector, so that was a good pickup by them.
Want to go, Joe?
Yeah, mine's going to be LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs are moving forward. They are not going to pursue LeBron, at least what they're saying right now. You know, they got a good young core, a lot of young guys that they want to build this roster through. I understand
Yeah, it is.
LeBron's LeBron. If
Wow.
you could get LeBron, that makes you a championship caliber team. But I also like this move for the Cavs where they just want to, build with their guys. They've seen what the Celtics been able to do with their core, the Warriors adding on to their core. So they're not interested in LeBron, but when he actually becomes a free agent, we'll see what they actually want to do.
So my this week in the NBA is actually going to be about the Atlanta Big Three showing out to the crossover Pro-Am. And it was just a nice little preview of what we can expect from this season. Of course, it's a Pro-Am. You can't take too much into it, but it was exciting to see them play together. It looked like they've been playing basketball for years, the amount of chemistry they had immediately. One of the highlights they had, Trae Young throws an alley-oop to DeJounte. DeJounte throws it off the backboard, and John Collins throws it down crazy. Are we sleeping on the Hawks?
All that to be a playing team.
You-
All that.
Really? Are you taking them or are you taking the Cavaliers next season?
I'll probably go to Cavs.
Really?
It really depends on Mobley's development, but yeah,
That's a fair statement.
I like it.
I just
So
like
why do you feel like the Hawks will be a playing team?
I look at the Eastern Conference. Why are you laughing?
They've been pressing you. They've been pressing you.
Because everything you're about to say comes from just hatred for the
It's
Hawks.
true. He's a Knicks fan.
Oh, he's a Hawk hater.
No. Hold on. For one.
He's a Knicks fan.
Last year,
Oh.
we know they went on the ECF run.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, right?
2 years ago.
I told you guys it was a fluke.
They did.
They wouldn't do it
But
again.
they beat the Cavs in the play-in. You do know that, right?
All right, but I still told you that they were not going to be as good as they were.
No, but you said you will have the Cavs over the Hawks.
I'm just saying. I think that,
And that's without DeJounte.
I'm just saying right now. I think that I've deserved to.
Wasn't that Jared Allen's first game back in like 2 months?
It was.
in the play-in?
It was.
I deserve the leeway on this Atlanta.
And
Hawks
Mobley
team.
too, I think.
That's fair.
Not a month.
No,
but
no,
Mobley missed
Mobley.
some time.
No, Mobley was back.
They
before
played
that.
24 total minutes with the lineup of
Are you sure?
Garland,
Yeah,
Levert,
I don't think so.
Mobley
Mobley,
was
and
back
all those
before that.
guys. And that was
Mobley-
in the play-in.
Mobley didn't. I don't think Mobley played in the
He
Nets
did not
game.
play in Brooklyn. You're right. He did not play in Brooklyn.
So the Heat are still better. The Celtics are better. The Bucks are
He
better.
gonna have to show me some shit.
Nah, the Heat are going to be
The
firm.
Heat got it.
They're going
The
to be all right.
Sixers are better. I think, as much as it pains me to say this, I think the Bulls are a better team.
Yo, what type of hate you
Yeah,
got? in your
nah,
blood?
Nah,
Yeah,
it's been like that. We know.
Sheesh.
He's the Bulls
and
and
then,
the Hawks,
and then,
bro.
and then the,
Don't
six,
talk about
the,
the
the
Knicks.
sixth team, the sixth team could be the Raptors. It could be the Nets if KD and Kyrie are still there. But if KD and Kyrie are still there, they're a top 4 seed in the East. It could be them. But
They stay
even
healthy.
whatever they get back for KD, they're gonna get an All-Star in return. So they can still be as good as Atlanta, especially since Kyrie said he's gonna play out the season with Brooklyn, whether KD stays or not. Cleveland, I think, is up there. And if the Knicks get Donovan Mitchell, we're a playoff lock. I keep telling you guys this.
Lock is strong, bro. I don't know. It
So
could
if
be.
we get Donovan Mitchell, we clear the Hawks.
Clear.
Man, it's crazy.
It's not even close.
Clear.
It's not
You
even
know what
close.
clear means?
Yes, it
Okay.
means that you are far in front of this team and they cannot catch up.
They still got the best player.
Are you taking Trey or are you taking Donovan?
I'm taking Trey.
Drake.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They still got the best
DeJounte
player.
or RJ?
Wait, DeJounte or Donovan? Let's rank the players.
Why?
Let's just rank the players.
Because we
as
know
they
the
are.
answer.
Yeah.
It's Donovan.
But we're
Wait,
going
what's
star
the-
for
wait,
star,
wait, wait,
right?
what
If
the
you
hell?
say
Yeah,
top-
what the hell?
No, I'm going the way that you compared it with the Celtics and the Pelicans. Give me that. Okay? Here we go. DeJounte or are you taking RJ?
I'm taking RJ.
Right
Who's
now?
better right now?
Right now?
Hey, that's a wild.
You crazy, bro.
I'm
That's
taking
it.
RJ.
I don't know.
No, you
I
want to
don't-
keep asking.
I
Ask.
don't
So who's
know
better
if I
right
want
now, though? I understand who you're taking.
That's
Who's better
ridiculous
right
to
now?
say.
I don't. What do you mean?
RJ over DeJounte?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
I think
ridiculous.
right now.
RJ
it's not
averaged
ridic-
24 points per game after the All-Star break.
RJ
After
was
January.
eating.
God, you in this
Gallo
after
and
this
y'all.
after that.
He dropped 46 points on the Miami. He had one of the best defensive
First
ratings in the
If
league.
DeJounte wasn't the defensive player that he was, I could hear you because yes, RJ has
I
the
don't,
two-way
I don't think
props.
it's ridiculous, but it's early.
For RJ.
Yeah.
I mean, how
After-
many more seasons does DeJounte have? One?
No, I think. No, I'm saying. I think RJ would probably be better in like 2 years.
Okay.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Like, it wouldn't
disagree.
shock me if
I
next
don't
year
disagree.
RJ is
That's
better
what
than
But we're
DeJounte.
talking about
right
going
now.
into the
I don't
season.
think right now.
Going into the season, DeJounte over RJ.
I'm taking RJ over.
It's close.
DeJounte.
I feel like it's closer than y'all making it seem.
No, it is.
Part of my responsibility is to project the season.
I'm with you.
I'm going RJ over DeJounte.
Okay.
And I'm going Randall over everybody else on Atlanta.
Even
John-
Clint? Big Clint?
Yes.
Two different things.
All right. Go ahead. You're this weekend NBA ref.
Don't have one, fellas.
That's all right.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Listen.
Don't even have. I was gonna talk about the Brittany Griner shit, but then I was like, nah. I don't
Yeah, that's
You
tough.
already
That-
mentioned
that's
it,
a
so you might
sticky-
as well
No,
finish.
no.
Yeah, I'll talk to it on your behalf so you can have it this weekend. Brittany Griner's sentenced up to 9 years in Russian prison for
9.5.
that is it's really
For a weed cart.
They
for-
tried to trade
yeah
her,
they're
like,
giving
come
her
on.
for possession and smuggling, for having multiple vape cartridges that have marijuana in it. She's facing 9.5 years in Russian prison, and right now what's stopping the transaction is the trade that could potentially happen between the U.S. and Russia. Ugly situation, unfortunately.
Thank you, Dr. Phil.
Do y'all have this week in the NBAs or not?
I can do one if you want me to. I know. I'll just up
I
to
didn't know
y'all.
what the hell that was.
Y'all know every episode I'm on. Y'all ask. I have one.
Go ahead,
What's up?
P.
My this week in the NBA is a question for everybody.
Okay, I like that.
Ooh,
Let's do
that's
it.
cute.
Most improved player. I've seen y'all talking about Markel. I've seen others talking about Keldon Johnson. I think I've seen others. Who would y'all put y'all money on? Because I'm seeing so many different people have so many different players. And I'm just like,
Wait, look, before I answer the question, Pee-wee, are you talking about most improved as in the award, or who you just
the
think is
award.
the
The
award.
award.
Okay.
All right,
The award.
mine,
Who would you
'cause
put your money on
mine
right now?
Go ahead.
Mine would be Tyrese Halliburton. I'm putting
I like
my money
that.
on Tyrese for this award.
Okay.
Joel, do you have one?
I have a couple.
Of course you do. Of course.
Well, the best.
We only want one.
The best value, and I think he has a legit shot at winning it, is Markel Fultz. I think that he can legitimately average like 17 and 8 next season. And granted, what he's been through in his career and that statistical jump, I think just the story, along with the stats, can get him that award. Jaden McDaniels, I can't sleep on him. I think he's going to be much improved. Anthony Edwards is another one. RJ Barrett is one.
He said one, man. We're at 4 now.
I don't follow the
But
rules.
I think Jaden will make like eye test improvements. I don't think his statistics would show that he'll.
If
be
the Knicks trade goes down with the Jazz and Obi Toppin is a part of that package, Obi Toppin is winning it. Like, signed and sealed, he's winning it.
Interesting.
Mhm.
All right.
if Cam Reddish gets traded, he's winning.
So
it
my most
if he goes to
improved,
Utah.
my most improved player is going to be LaMelo Ball. Due to the fact that Miles Bridges is not going to be returning to the Charlotte Hornets, there's going to be a lot of opportunity on the offensive side of the ball, and I feel like LaMelo has
he
to
gotta
take that
average
responsibility.
like 25, 26.
And that's fine. We just saw the same thing with John Moran. I firmly believe that LaMelo has the capabilities offensively to do that, to average upward of 25 to 27 points per game. He has the capabilities, and I think the opportunity is more than there for him to do so. And if he wants this team to have any type of success in terms of seeding, he needs to shoulder that load offensively and take things into his own hands.
Similar to what you're saying with LaMelo, I think Cade could be in the same bucket.
Interesting.
Where, he had a great rookie season, averaged 17 a game. Pistons, young team, on the come up. If he could be the leader, I mean, everyone expect him to be the leader. If he can improve statistically, Cade could be in the conversation for sure.
Good answers. Y'all ain't got nobody, do you? Oh.
Just off top with available or opportunity now with DeJounte gone, maybe Keldon Johnson gets into that conversation.
I like that
I
one.
ain't thought much about it, but first thing that came to mind was Tyrese Maxey.
Ooh, interesting.
If Harden takes
Last
that
year I
back
predicted
seat,
John Morant because I think to win most improved player nowadays, you got to go from really good player to like
Elite.
star player.
Yeah.
And I think Tyrese Maxey has that ceiling. He
I'm high
might
on
get
Maxey.
determined or like what's the word?
Deterred.
Deterred from it because
Deferred.
James and Joel are on the team, but that's
Here.
just off top.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this player, but he definitely is in the running.
The 8th one you have?
James Wiseman.
Okay.
They said he's not even starting.
He's
so
not
I don't
starting.
know, bro.
I
That's
talked.
Loon.
They
paid
said
Loon.
they said Loon
I
got that on
talked
lock.
to Steph and shit. He not starting, bro.
Now you spoke to him?
Yeah, Wiseman ain't starting. That's Looney's spot,
Yeah,
bro.
From the
just-
source
you paid
himself.
him.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to
Looney.
Steph.
Looney got
So-
You see, with Looney, he was just the best center in the finals.
Looney came correct.
Facts.
You're lucky
He came
Rob
correct
is hurt.
against
Hurt. Shut
You're
up.
lucky
against
Rob
the
is hurt.
Grizzlies. He came correct too.
Because we know.
Different beasts. We
You're
know
lucky.
what.
If Rob is healthy.
What was he gonna do? Play
He's
drop
better
coverage
than-
again?
He's better than fucking Kevon Looney if he's
Yeah,
healthy.
I didn't see it. Could've
It
fooled me.
wouldn't be this week in the NBA without a would you rather.
That's for sure.
Let's do it.
So this is a prime player. We're gonna do.
All right, so if it's 8 players, we
former
gotta go
player.
like it can't be
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. So how should we do it then? How should we do the round table? Should it just be
So us 4, and then goes D Mills across the way they've been doing it.
okay? Sounds good. So would you rather Allen Iverson addition first name up Russell Westbrook?
Allen Iverson.
We're talking about prime.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm going AI as well.
Allen Iverson.
Iverson.
Yeah.
AI.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
D Wade.
D-Wade.
D-Wade for sure.
Iverson.
Wade.
Oh.
Wayne Wade.
He I know how he say Iverson. I know why he says Iverson.
It's because of James Harden?
Nah.
I thought that's what it was.
You got none. It's because of Allen Iverson. Why would I say Allen
because
Iverson?
Dwayne
AI
Wade's
is
not
AI.
as good as you. Excuse me. I felt like it was something about James Harden being better than Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade's not as good as I don't know.
Oh, no.
I
It
thought
ain't
too
that
much-
deep.
too
I just
deep
think
into
that I like what I saw from Iverson.
Fair
Give me
enough.
Iverson.
James Harden.
D Wade. I mean, wait, fuck. I'm sorry. James Harden.
I'm going James Harden
prime,
also.
Prime Harden. Got the playmaking too.
Take James Harden.
James Harden.
Harden.
Paul George.
Paul George.
Nah.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, P. I got to do it. PG.
AI.
Yo, this
That's
one's
a good one though.
tough.
But AI.
I'll take Iverson.
I'm gonna go Iverson also.
PeeWee, don't
As
fold,
much
bro.
as much as I love my boy, I gotta go Iverson.
Yeah.
Give me Paul George.
Yeah, Mike.
Paul George.
Okay. now
Yeah,
we're
line.
gonna get it. This next player is there's a lot of talk about his bag and being the most skilled all time. Kyrie Irving.
AI clears.
AI.
AI.
Yep.
Allen Iverson.
Iverson.
Yeah.
Chris Paul.
I'm going CP.
Chris Paul. That's
Damn.
actually a tough one.
Give me AI.
I'll take the point guard.
I'm going Allen Iverson.
CP Zillow.
Give me Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Jason Kidd.
AI.
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 Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
Damn it! This clean sweep is making me feel
He
terrible.
led the
for
Nets
even
in 2
thinking about
finals.
it.
Be different. Yeah, if you want to be different, bro. I'll pick PG. I'll stand
You're
on
not
it.
kidding, actually.
If it was AR or AD, you'd
He
pick
led
AD.
the Nets to 2 finals with Kerry Kittle.
He did.
That Eastern Conference was so
It
ass
was
back
mid.
then.
It was super mid. That's why. That's why Allen Iverson went to the finals also. On top of him
good
being
point.
amazing. That being said, I'm gonna go AI.
Hey,
Reluctantly.
man, he had to play Vince Carter. That was tough.
Now, this is the last name, and this is like AI we know has the stats, accomplishments, resume. This next player doesn't, but we know he's one of the most skilled players of all time. Tracy McGrady.
We talking Orlando T-Mac?
I'm going AI.
I'm going to say T-Mac. Nah, I lied. I'm going to say
I'm
AI.
going AI. Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm going
that's-
AI.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
go AI. That's a good one though.
Everybody went. I'm gonna go Allen Iverson.
Iverson.
Yep.
Iverson.
True,
Damn,
the
they
thing
didn't even
about
think
Virgil.
about it. They
No, I
were
couldn't
clean.
tell all of them went. I couldn't say.
They were clean.
A stat that always like fascinates me, and I never believe it, is Trace McGrady never getting out the first round. Like as the
That's
guy.
crazy.
Yeah.
He did with about to say he technically
With the
did with
Spurs?
Spurs.
With the
Yeah,
Everybody
facts.
bring that one up. Yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget when they were winning that championship and they're showing Tracy McGrady on the bench. I just felt like, I mean, of course he won. I'm sure he was happy, but I don't know. I just thought that was a little weird of them.
I mean, in them Houston plays, days,
They
he had to play
lost. They didn't win a
Kobe and shit.
championship with Tracy McGrady.
No,
No.
they lost that year.
I thought he was on that team in 14. He retired in 13?
No. They lost when
Ah.
Bosh got that rebound
Yep,
and kicked it
yep.
out
Yeah, he was on
to
that
Are you
he,
sure?
He was
I
done.
mean,
tight.
Ray Allen. Ray Allen.
It was way. Seriously, been a lot different.
Ray Allen.
He was he was.
I'm a Tracy McGrady fanatic, Drew. Don't look up shit. Come on, man. You disrespected me.
I won't front. I looked it up.
I
as
met the
hell.
man with a 101 hoodie on.
All right, fair enough.
met
Facts. That picture
Iverson
was
too.
tough. That picture was lit.
Appreciate it.
All right.
On to the final 2 topics of the show. This one is the Knicks one. If the Knicks don't get Donovan Mitchell, which is a huge possibility, Danny Ainge is being very stingy right now. Is RJ Barrett capable of carrying them? Now, I don't mean to like a deep playoff run, just carrying this Knicks team back to prominence.
Let me go first.
Back
if
to
I may.
I was
status.
gonna you took the words right out of my mouth. Go ahead, dude.
Listen, Joel, what you doing is a dangerous game, bro. You is the reason why so many people just shit on the Knicks all the time because you're setting us up for failure. RJ Barrett is incapable of carrying us as of right now. You know what I mean? That's just too much of a responsibility. I think we need a lot of shit to go right. We don't need to be hoping that RJ Barrett can carry anything because that's just a false sense of hope. It's not a lot of players that can carry a team in the league to begin with, let alone players that are on RJ Barrett's type or on his trajectory. So I'm gonna say no, and I don't even think it's a discussion. We need Quickly to step up, Robinson to step up, Randall to take a step into what he was like in his most improved year. We need Cam Reddish to get minutes and show something. We need Quentin Grimes to be as good as he was in the summer league. It's a lot bigger than RJ Barrett if we don't get Donovan Mitchell, and even if we do get Donovan Mitchell, we gonna need others
And you didn't even mention your star acquisition, bro. Jalen Brunson.
for sure. For sure.
I'm just honestly, that was super sarcastic, and I apologize for that.
No.
not being a plus player.
You're right though. We need Jalen Brunson to play to the point
His
of the money
bag.
that we
His
got for
His
him.
bag. Yeah, play to his
Top
bag.
people to move. So yeah,
Yeah,
you can put that stuff.
you definitely
Does
right for bringing
anybody
him up.
disagree or agree with this that he will carry or he can carry?
I have
Obviously Joel because he made the
Talk to me,
he made it
Joel.
as
I
a
need to see.
topic.
What makes you think he can carry it?
I'm gonna get into my spiel in a couple seconds, but first, the thing about the Knicks that hurts me is that when I'm pessimistic about this team, they overachieve. The year we were the 4th seed, I wanted to tank for Cade Cunningham. That's what I wanted to do. I thought it was going to be a tanking year. They exceed expectations. Julius Randle
Beyond.
gave a playoff berth to the city, right? I come into that last season optimistic. They're not a playing team. So I'm trying to tread waters. But I'm also overcome by my emotions. RJ Barrett is the youngest player to average 20 points per game in New York Knicks history. He's the youngest Knick to score 45 points or more in the game since 1947. Dropped 46 against Miami, one of the top defensive teams. Youngest player in franchise history with consecutive 30-point games. 8th youngest player to reach 3K points, 1K rebounds, 500 assists. Other players, LeBron, Luka, Kobe, KD, Melo, McGrady, Antoine Walker.
Really?
Twan Walker's a crazy ending.
Really?
Ridiculous. I would have left that off.
Shout out to Twan, man. Chicago legend.
That's actually
That
insane.
means that R.J. Barrett's ceiling
Is
is a
Antoine Walker.
star. His floor is Antoine Walker, which when he was good. At one point,
He has a
in time.
ring.
He's a shot chucker for sure.
Not just a star. Top
Not
10.
only that, but there's something about Star J. Barrettson that a lot of other players do not have. And that's a moxie. That's an it factor to him. He has such a big it factor to him that during the season, he hit a game-winning shot against the Celtics.
It's tough.
After that shot, the Celtics season turned around.
What?
And they went on the finals.
Where are you going with this?
I'm interested. Go ahead.
Where are you
Go ahead.
going with
Stay
this,
locked
bro?
in. Stay locked in.
R.J. Barrett hit the shot that ultimately led to the Celtics' fantastic turnaround season, something we haven't seen in history.
Yo, what the fuck?
Let him finish.
I think that's a foreshadow.
Into the damn Celtics.
I think that's a foreshadow for what's going to happen this upcoming season with the Knicks.
Okay.
I think even if we don't get Donovan Mitchell, the Knicks are still a play-in lock. I'm not going to say playoff.
That's not saying a
I
lot.
would
know
say
it's the
playing
top
lock
six seed.
doesn't do much for me.
Well, you look at the Knicks.
East is very, very good.
Wait, so we
You
just
can't
gonna
be a
we
bottom 5 team, bro.
Wait,
That's
so
it.
we just gonna
Bottom
let
4
him
team.
say that
That was
RJ
crazy.
shot
That was
is
crazy.
the reason the
I was
Celtics had to
hoping.
turn around?
I told him to lock in. I was hoping to hear something that was,
I love the
different than what I was
narrative. I'm not gonna lie. I
That's
love the narrative,
hilarious.
but it's ridiculous.
Only
Would
thing
you,
I could.
would you bet for him to be an all-star this season?
Yes. And PeeWee, to your question, you're right. I think it is too much to ask of RJ to carry the load. But we signed a star point guard in Jalen Brunson. We have a top 15 guy in. Why are you guys laughing?
Wait, top 15 what?
Top 50.
I was, I, was,
Julius Randle.
I was trying to finish. I'm sorry. Can I finish?
You called him a star. It was a stretch.
Jalen
Like,
Brunson is a star. I stand by
Not
it.
yet. Not yet. You
So
got to
we-
be an all-star before you're a star.
We got an all-star, star, two different things. He's not an all-star,
Right.
he's
You
a
got
star.
to be an all-star before you can be a star.
Jalen Brunson, very, very good point guard.
I agree.
RJ Barrett is a top 15 guy in jersey sales in the league. That means a lot of other fans.
Bro, what are we doing here?
Listen, this is my reasoning.
Alright.
That means a lot of different people believe in him as well.
Right.
It's
That
the
belief,
Knicks,
one of
bro.
the
It's
biggest
the
market in
Knicks.
America.
That
It's not
belief-
everyone else's Knicks
That
fan.
belief is not without reason. There's a reason why they believe in
He's
him.
in the biggest market in
Julius
the world.
Randle, all NBA player.
That might have to do
All
with it.
NBA.
That might have to do with
was
it.
Now,
2
will,
years ago.
will Julius
Yeah,
be an
come
all
on,
NBA
bro.
player again? No,
No.
I don't think he'll ever achieve that in his career again. But if he can just be efficient, that's all I'm asking. For Julius Randle to be efficient, the Knicks have a good shot. We look at a defensive anchor in Mitchell Robinson. Look at our bench that we don't have to gut if we were to get Donovan Mitchell. Their improvements. Obi Toppin, I think, when per 36, he averages like 18 and 10. He's very good in his minutes.
I like Obi a lot.
I think the Knicks, starting lineup-wise, you can't put them against other top teams, but our bench, I think, is a top 5 bench in the NBA.
Y'all played
And
like it
all
last
all
year.
of last year,
Respectable.
Derrick Rose was pretty much hurt. When we made the playoffs, it was mostly led by Derrick Rose. Even though Randall got the credit, the Knicks were like 24-11 with Derrick Rose when he got traded to the Knicks. So I think he stays healthy. Our guys improve. RJ Barrett, I think he's averaging 24 points per game or more next season. I think
Isaiah
he's
Hartenstein also is a big key to
and
that too.
we do know that a lot of the All-Star stuff is predicated on fan voting. New York, biggest market, top 15 guy in jersey sales. All-Star is very achievable.
It is.
What's his number in the 15th? Is he like 13, 14?
Who are we talking about here? We're talking
RJ.
about RJ.
I actually think he's like 11th.
Oh, okay, that's good.
What's your favorite on-court ability of RJ Barrett's?
His right hand?
He actually has not a bad right hand.
I'm axing.
I'm just
left?
saying because
The
If
jump
you
shot?
said defense, that's not anything bad either.
no, I think he's a great slasher.
Okay.
Yeah, I love his finishing ability. I do, and I think he's been working more
has.
at his mid-range shot.
Are the numbers supporting that he's a great finisher?
I can't answer that question.
Oh, you don't have the numbers in front of you.
Oh,
No, I don't have numbers.
I
I'm
got
just-
you. Keep going.
Do you know that?
He was the second least efficient finisher in value behind James Harden last season.
Now you're two guys.
Got him.
Yeah, the two guys literally. It could have
Bro,
been any
bro had
other
that stat
name.
ready.
Yeah, he
that
was
was
waiting for
rude
you.
for him to even
That-
ask.
Was
He
that
said
off
so,
the
to be
dome?
honest,
KB,
yeah.
was that off the
No,
dome?
I just read an article about RJ yesterday. I'm on RJ Island. I've changed, but that's the stat that stood out to me.
So
It's kinda
Kenny,
crazy to think that
Kenny,
James
I
Harden
want
is on that list.
Kenny.
He's
I,
ass us.
Wait, James Harden was first?
He was number one.
James Harden's the least efficient value
yeah.
finisher
Those
at the
both your
rim
guys.
last
So
year.
Kenny, I want to ask you this. So
Tough luck.
what changed in you being on RJ Hive? Because I wouldn't be.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
I
I'm
wouldn't.
on there now.
Okay, I wouldn't
You said hive though. You ain't in the hive.
Oh, I'm not in the hive. I said
Okay.
island just because
Yeah,
everybody
it's the
throws
same.
island.
Tomato,
Yes.
tomato.
Okay,
Yes.
but I asked that because Knicks fans on Twitter can be very toxic, and I do remember one instance where on Twitter you said that you think James Wiseman has as much potential as RJ, and Knicks fans came after you. Did you
Me?
have yes? Did you have a change of heart for RJ after that moment or no?
Apparently not. He didn't even know.
I
What
don't
happened.
even recall that even
Exactly.
happening.
Oh wow.
I can answer that. Fuck no. Don't no fan change nobody on this. These
So
couches.
why are you a part of RJ Barrett Island now?
I don't know. I think we had a conversation on our show. It was who was it? Who was he going against? This is like 2 months ago at
I
this
do
point.
not remember.
It was another young guard in the league. I don't remember who it was.
Was it Tyler
Tyler
Hero?
It was Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero.
And the moment I was like, undoubtedly, I'm taking Tyler Hero if I'm on the team.
Ooh.
And I was thinking more about it. It was like, RJ's a more complete player than Tyler Hero. And it made me just go over and watch some more RJ Barrett and read some shit.
When you look at RJ Barrett through that lens, he's a lot more easier to gravitate to. But what you doing, Joel, with this all-star shit, carrying the Knicks, you is why people gonna be like, man, that motherfucker's a bum because he's not gonna reach that. Players and how they are valued or looked at is based off the expectation. When motherfuckers look at a top 10 pick, a lot, or quote unquote, it's a lot of dudes who are looked at as busts who are actually very good NBA players. But because they was looked at as top 10 picks, oh my gosh, Harrison Barnes, what? But Harrison Barnes is actually a very serviceable
Otto
NBA
Porter,
player.
woo!
So it's like that. That is what makes it harder for people to get on the RJ thing when you start throwing out these compare. Oh man, LeBron, he only player to do it. It's LeBron. When we know he ain't fucking LeBron or Luka.
All right, so let me
Just-
ask
Wait,
you.
everybody else at the table, non-Knicks fans, if it's at 0.5 All-Star appearances in RJ Barrett's career, you taking the over or the under?
I would take the over.
Over,
He's gonna
over.
get one.
He'll get 2. I think he'll get 2.
I'll say this because I did a little bit of homework on this. They went 20-26 in 2022. 20-26 with RJ led team. Now this is going to be a little bit more optimistic than the laughing that you're hearing right now, Joel. With RJ being the number one option, what I mentioned to Pierre when he didn't even mention Jalen Brunson is Jalen Brunson could change a couple of those in between games. You guys went on a 4-game losing streak, caught a W, then you guys went on 7 straight all L's. But it was teams that were better than you. I believe it was OKC, and I'm blanking off the top of my head who was the other team, but a team that was definitely beatable. It might have been Charlotte. You guys definitely could have been capable of beating them. I think with the addition of Jalen Brunson, his ability to score the basketball, it's not more so about RJ. Yes,
And playmake.
Correct. Absolutely. It's not so much more about can RJ carry. I just think that this team is going to be a little bit better due to the addition of having a point guard in Jalen Brunson.
I also think
Correct.
the Knicks are past making Randall the guy.
Correct. And I think that it's in line. It's got to be RJ, it's got to be Jalen, and then it's Julius Randle, which we've sat here and said Julius Randle is the third best player on a playoff team, on a true playoff team.
now-
I guess we can't say that because he made the playoffs.
Unless Julius Randle plays more like the MIP year.
Correct.
If he does, you basing it off last year. I think Julius Randle deserves the right to go into this year. This is who he is this year. We cannot base his reputation off the previous year or last year because both of those were kind of nominal. He played very poor last year, and then the other year before that, he played out of his mind.
He was
So
amazing.
But
we really don't know who Julius
But
Randle
he
is
played
just yet.
He's played poor 2 out of the 3 seasons he's been in New York.
But the first year, he was supposed to play poor.
And
Why?
That team was ass.
Let me ask you
That was
this,
a
though.
garbage ass team.
So are you going to the
Marcus
season?
Morris was our best player. He was a dark. Marcus Morris is a tunnel vision. He ain't looking to get nobody involved.
Are you going into the season with Julius Randle wanting to be your first option? That's
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
But I'm not going into the season with anything. These motherfuckers got to earn shit. RJ Barrett ain't being handed shit because he RJ Barrett. Jalen Brunson ain't being earned shit because he just got a new contract. And Julius Randle ain't giving shit because of MIP year from 2. Let these motherfuckers show us who they are.
Jalen Brunson,
Even
still,
Quentin
Brunson,
Grimes the number one options. If that's what he earned.
Brunson gets a little bit of leeway with me because at least in the playoffs he came and showed up. That he gets a little bit of leeway.
It won't matter with the Knicks.
Fair enough. But
If he don't do shit,
he earned a little bit
the
of
Maverick
right.
shit won't matter.
Pierre,
still,
you
though,
made
bro.
Pierre, you made a good point though in saying that there's different expectations for top picks. Now, I'm gonna mention 2 guys, and you tell me where RJ Barrett falls more in line in terms of the spectrum on the trajectory that he's on. So the first name is Andrew Wiggins, number 1 pick, We know he's a solid starter. He just won a championship with the Warriors. But we know he's never going to live up to the expectations of a number 1 pick. The second guy is Jaylen Brown. Number 3 overall pick, developed with the Celtics. Now people are legitimately talking about if he can be a number 1 option on a legit playoff team. Some people have said he's better than Tatum. So where does RJ Barrett fall more in line? Is he closer to Jaylen Brown or is he closer to an Andrew Wiggins?
You asking me personally?
This is a question for everybody.
Oh, I would prefer to answer this last because I'm just curious. I don't want to change nobody's thought.
I would say he's more closer to the wait, who was the first name? I'm so
Andrew
sorry.
Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins. No, Andrew Wiggins. I'm so sorry.
That motherfucker thinking about that double cheese.
No. My brain went blank for a second, but I meant it's Andrew Wiggins. I would say he's more so close to Andrew Wiggins.
I think if
At
you're a
this
Knicks
point, at
fan,
least.
I think if you're a Knicks fan, you got to be optimistic he could be in that JB range because real quick, not a lot of players could be 19 years old, be drafted by the Knicks, be the face, number 3 overall. RJ did it. He improved year 2 his efficiency. He improved year 3. Efficiency went down, but he was asked to do more offensively. We know how great he is as a defender as well. So there's not a lot of people mentally, moxie-wise, that could do what RJ can do, which makes me think he has it in him to be more like Jaylen Brown than Wiggins. And Wiggins is not disrespect. We just saw he was the second most important, maybe third behind Draymond, but in the final specifically, right there is one of the most important players for that Warriors team.
I think you mentioned 2 players who were kind of like brought up differently. Andrew Wiggins, he went to a different situation, got better in a great culture. Jaylen Brown brought up in the Boston culture. RJ Barrett got put in a pretty tough situation. I think if he's consistent enough, we're jumping to conclusions. Can he carry? I think the first question should be, can he be consistent for a year stretch?
So
I think
true.
that's the first thing he has to do. Can he be that 20 to 22 to 23 points per game scorer all year with the defense? I think that's the first step.
Talk your talk.
But I honestly think he can be a poor man's Jaylen Brown. I do think that is in his right mind. I think he can be a little bit better than Andrew Wiggins. I think Andrew Wiggins is relegated to just a role. I think RJ Barrett can be a little bit better than that. I think he can be a poor. I'm not gonna say Jaylen Brown because I think Jaylen Brown probably has a little notch he can get up to, like one more notch he
We're
can
in
get
year
up to.
3. He's averaging 20.
Yeah, I
It took
think
Jalen
RJ
till year
Barrett.
4. Year 3, Jalen averaged 13.
RJ Barrett, the defense is gonna be there offensively. He may not be the shooter Jaylen Brown is, but I think he can be a little bit of a poor man's Jaylen
Brown developed that shot, though.
Yeah,
He did.
But like Jaylen Brown's creation ability is tough too. I think RJ could be better than Andrew
I was
Wiggins.
gonna say, we saw RJ average 40% from the 3 on 4 attempts, something like that. He goes up to
Yeah,
like
it wasn't
5
nothing.
and change
He
now.
has to be consistent. I think like
I agree
he has
with
to be
that,
consistent.
100%.
And with getting a point guard that can play make helps you be consistent. It puts you in the right spots to score. And for a wing, that's one of the toughest positions in the league because you have to learn pretty much how to be every position in the league. You have to learn how to play make, defend, rebound, score the ball from all 3 levels. So RJ Barrett is learning that in New York without a true point guard, without a true – because Tom Thibodeau, as great as he is as a coach, he's in a guy that installs that in young guys. He's very stubborn with his ways. So RJ Barrett is kind of in a tough position to learn. But if he can do all that, he can definitely be up to Jaylen Brown. Maybe Jaylen Brown now, but Jaylen Brown probably is going to be a little bit better than this. But
Yeah, he's further his development now than Jaylen Brown was at the same age.
yeah,
For
KB,
sure.
that's 100%
the situation was different. Jaylen Brown got drafted basically to a playoff team, essentially. RJ got drafted to a bad team.
I wouldn't say
I
close.
think that's
like-
beautifully.
like
I think
They
that's
were on the
beautifully
way.
said.
They got Tatum.
But
That's
I-
what made them
yeah.
the playoffs.
And I also love what you said about getting drafted to New York. It takes a special individual mentally to play in New York, one of the toughest environments to play in. You have Philly, of course, but also New York. When you're on, they
19
love you.
years
They
old,
treat you like you
and
got
Boston kind of halted Jaylen Brown's growth with bringing in Kyrie, bringing in Gordon Hayward.
Facts.
Like they wanted to
JT
win.
got drafted
Yeah, they
too, of
wanted to
course.
win. So I understand that. RJ is really like Julius Randle, if we're being realistic, kind of halted his growth because
But
he
Julius
became.
shouldn't stop him from growing.
It didn't really. It didn't really. I wouldn't say that.
When I say that, I mean it. RJ Barrett got better at one part of his game when he was with Julius Randle. It was the shooting ability, the slide up shooting. He got
Correct.
better at that,
Okay.
the corner threes and stuff like that. But it halted his growth in the sense of
Creation.
being being the number one option for the
I
Knicks,
feel you.
being the face because Julius Randle had that anomaly of a year and became the face. It kind of messed
But
him
then
up
this
in that
past year, we
aspect.
saw RJ, take
But he
a
wasn't
step.
consistent. That's
Facts.
the problem.
I know,
He has
but
to be
this is year
consistent.
3. Even it took till year 4 for JB, year 4 for Brandon Ingram.
Yeah,
just
so
that 4th year though, like if he could show it,
So,
he'd be on that
Pierre,
trajectory.
you've had a lot of time to think about this. What's your answer?
I wasn't thinking. I don't want to interfere with nobody else's thoughts.
Okay.
I would say he's closer to JB. And I don't know, we didn't even throw it back to like the over and under on the All-Stars. If for the Andrew Wiggins, for him to get his one All-Star, which is like skeptical to say, you could if they're giving out All-Stars like that, then I can see RJ getting like 4 or 5.
The fair one's the 1.5. When we did for Fox,
I think
the fair
RJ
one's
could.
1.5.
I think RJ could get 2. I see 2 in his career.
Jalen just got
Yeah,
his
if
first,
he could be
right?
that All-Star type dude
his
for the
first
Knicks,
one?
I could see him being closer to JB.
I just feel like right now it would just be hard. It would have to be really in the future because right now you got guys like KD, Giannis, Jimmy, Tatum.
Oh, you talking about the All-Star appearance?
Yeah, like there's a lot of guys RJ Barrett's gonna have to fight with for years.
Well, how old is Wiggins right now? Like 26,
27.
Wiggins 27.
27.
And so we got 6 years. In 6 years, I can see RJ making an All-Star appearance.
This is gonna be a while.
But it ain't going to be his numbers because Andrew Wiggins had RJ Barrett. Well, he had better numbers in
He's averaging
Minnesota.
14, right?
He was Wiggins was averaging like 24 points per
Yeah,
game
Wiggins
in
was
Minnesota.
like a 20.
No,
point
I'm
scorer.
talking about when he made the All-Star game.
He was averaging 17.
Like okay.
17.
Okay.
It was just efficiency was
Defense.
in defense.
Facts.
So the
And
points,
then right
it's not
after
about
that, he
the points.
fell off.
And Kenny,
Well, that was
where do you
That
think
fits perfectly into the next segment, honestly.
where do you think RJ falls in that spectrum, Kenny?
Probably a better man's Wiggins. That's who I will fall.
JB's a little too strong?
I think so, man. Maybe I'm projecting JB to even turn up more. Unless we're talking like current, right now, 2022 JB.
I think he can reach this level, JB.
I agree.
If
JB
we're
takes
talking
another
this
leap,
level,
though,
JB,
I don't know.
I think this might be the. I don't want to say ceiling because he's 21 years old. It's weird to put a ceiling on a 21-year-old.
Sometimes you know,
20.
though. Like sometimes
But-
you just know.
Yeah, I would say a better version of Wiggins if we delegating it to one or the other.
Okay.
Pierre, I'm extremely curious for your answer.
Who, me?
Yes.
The Nick guy.
I'm gonna go Wiggins, and for the reason being is very, it's a lot. That's why I waited. Number one, I think the things that hindered Wiggins are the same things that kind of hinder RJ.
Interesting.
Right? You project RJ to be a lot better of a finisher. Not that Andrew Wiggins in Minnesota was ever a bad finisher, but you always thought that he could be
I think he actually was a bad finisher.
way better for his
He was
athleticism.
underwhelming, for sure.
Yes. But the only reason I'm putting a little hesitation on it is because I can't remember if he was the second worst in the league,
Right.
like RJ Barrett was
I'm looking it up.
for volume. But I know he was a lot worse than he should have been, with people thinking he was this athletic monster coming into the league. Shot diet and shot choice. It took him a while to clean that up. He loved the low percentage mid range shots and that turnaround post fade. Andrew
Hated
Wiggins loved that shot.
Hate that shot.
And for me, the biggest separator from all three of these names is Jaylen Brown. I know it's been a joke on Twitter throughout the playoffs with his handle and everything, but he's taken major strides with his handle and shot creation since California, his freshman year at Cal, coming to Boston. And he has a bag. One of my biggest things with RJ, because I just jumped onto the RJ thing over the last year and a half or so. I've been a big critic on RJ because I just felt Knick fans pumped him up a little bit more than I like. He's a little stiff. His game is a little stiff, which there's not a problem with it, but it reminds me of Wiggins to where, you know, he has to be in an environment which is why I do think Julius Randle was a big hinder to him, because Julius Randle need the ball. Julius Randle shot the ball well that year, but he shot it kind of in isolation. He's not a guy you kicking it out to and he's just nailing threes and stretching the floor. Then you also playing with Mitchell Robinson, who don't do nothing offensively outside of 5 feet from by the rim. He's just catching it and dunking it or getting a rebound and dunking. Yep. He's not stretching the floor by any means. He's not a sophisticated passer from the elbow. And then you put on top of all of that, they didn't have a point guard at all. So then we were one of the worst three-point shooting teams. Thibodeau just does not know how to get three-point shooting on his rosters. And I think that really hindered RJ Barrett. But I think, like Wiggins, you put him around a lot of talent. You take some of his strengths that he doesn't realize is his strengths, and you prioritize it, and you clean up some shot selection. And, man, we talking about a different player. Jaylen Brown is a guy where he could create some shit on his own.
Definitely.
And I'm not ready to give Wiggins or RJ that. And to be honest with you, Wiggins still got the creation himself. But the best thing for Wiggins is he don't put it on display at 90%. Now with the Warriors is very selective. But if you watch in the finals, when Steph wasn't on the floor and they needed a motherfucker to do some shit, and Poole wasn't on the floor or some shit, a couple times Wiggins say, hey, watch out, I'll get us a bucket. and I think cutting that down to 15% versus the 90% with Minnesota, it makes a lot less errors and it's a lot less ugly or less inefficient because it's like, nigga, you only give 3 ISOs a game now, Wiggins, versus in Minnesota. He got 20 times he getting isolations. Sure. So RJ is going to need that, which is why I like to step in the direction of getting Jalen Brunson, potentially getting Donovan Mitchell, because now you put RJ in situations where he can do what he does best, which is that should be the blueprint for every player who isn't LeBron, Luka, Kevin Durant. Guys got to put people in position to be the best version of themselves and not what you think they should be.
Just to clean up some stuff. Wiggins was a good finisher early in his career. He didn't get to the basket nearly as much as you wanted. That's what the criticism was.
He took jump shots.
Yes, he stopped for the long
mid-range.
Yeah,
he loved that mid-range, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's a
there's
great
not many
point.
players out here that can really carry a franchise.
Andrew Wiggins,
But the greatest thing about
penny
this
move.
entire conversation and everybody's perspective is that RJ Barrett is completely young, and for all we fucking know, he just turns into some shit we haven't. I'm a Knick fan and an RJ Barrett fan. I'm hoping he ain't like none of them motherfuckers and that he better. Somehow, some way he pulled a hat out of his ass and he just killing shit. You feel me? Be Jimmy Butler. That's who the fuck I want you to be.
I mean, if
a guy who is cool in the regular season and the playoffs come, you tear their ass up. That's what I want RJ Barrett to be.
If he's Jimmy Butler, then we're talking about a potential top 10 player. I mean, I'm sure every single Knick fan would take that to the crib.
That's better than Jalen Brown.
No, easily.
Yeah, sure.
Damn, that's a lot of expectations.
So let me ask you, P, because I feel like this is what I've gotten from your spiel right there. RJ Barrett can't be the number one option on a playoff team as of right now where we stand 2022.
What has he done that would make anybody?
I'm not disagreeing. No, not at all. But I'm just saying off your perspective and how you see RJ.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that to knock him. That's just a fact.
I get
a lot of players can't be a number
You're
one.
right. 100%. 100%.
Zach LaVine couldn't do it.
That one breaks my heart.
That's a pure bucket guy.
That one breaks my heart, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We're talking 50, 40, 85 guy. Unfortunately, just last year injured. What was he supposed to do?
I don't want to say he can't.
No, he's a Levine guy. KP,
Well, he
right?
didn't.
You're a huge
Yeah,
Levine
Zach
guy.
LaVine's the boy.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to say he can't.
I'm just saying it's hard. I'm just saying like Zach LaVine and RJ in 2 different tiers, and it's harder for Zach LaVine to do it. So I can't imagine RJ will be able to do it. That's all.
I trust Levine though. I feel like once I see,
too.
we got to see him healthy, then we can really assess what he's doing in the playoffs. Like this one was very.
That's why the
unfortunate.
difference is he didn't
Fair.
versus he couldn't.
Yep.
Especially with all of these young guys. Like that's why I stress. I'm talking about right now, RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
No, because he hasn't shown me that.
I got you.
No.
So you made an excellent point, and it is about situation, and that situation Wiggins is currently in is the Warriors, and they're dealing with the situation of whether or not they should give Draymond Green the max. Now it's 4 years, $138 million, $34 million a year. Do you think that the Warriors should give him the max contract? I'll start with you, KB.
I'm team give him the max if Steph Curry says I want to finish my career with him. And that's the only way around it. I don't want to be the guy to break up one of the best dynasties of all time. But if we're talking about pure value, he's not valued at a max player, but it's just something you might have to do, even if it pigeonholes your ability to sign some of the young guys. They've showed that when they're healthy, they're almost unfuckwittable. So I don't want to be the guy to mess that up.
Me personally, I feel like he's a guy that he's probably gonna be really good for like the next 2 seasons. I don't want to like tie my hands into a guy for like 4 or 5 seasons with that much money and be in a financial chokehold. So if we can come to an agreement on like a 2-year max with like a team option on the other end, we could do that. But for the most part, no, I don't think he's worth the full 4 years.
I was kind of similar in thought, but just because of what he means to the franchise, you damn near have to. You just worry about everything else.
You can argue that he's been underpaid for his entire career.
Oh,
so
for
maybe this is
sure.
the big payday.
For sure.
You know, even though he is old.
Us with our jobs and podcasts, and we're gonna overthink it, but I think it's very simple. He's a staple to something that's been special. And the Golden State Warriors have been a first-class organization because they deal with these type of situations the way that you're supposed to. Any other organization, maybe the Knicks, the Kings, they would overthink this too much and fuck it up. And the Warriors won't do that. And like I said, my thing on the podcast was the same thing. If Steph Curry want him, then my entire 5-minute spiel I had about why you wouldn't max him goes out the window. It's just that simple.
Mm-hmm. I've always been the one to say just give him that money for one. Like the guy said, you don't want to break that little trio or, their dynasty up and everything like that. And then 2, once it gets to the playoffs and that type of thing, I feel like his value damn near does go into that max. And he's one of the best defenders, we see in the playoffs.
100%.
And we haven't seen it yet, but there's no better match than what he does with Steph Curry and the shooters on the team. You know, so I think his value elevates there. But it's just you got to give him. You basically just in that spot where you got to give his money. You know.
Do y'all see a world where another team offers him the max?
Hell no.
No.
I feel like his value is only with the Warriors.
But that's fine though. That's fine though. The Warriors, you know, that's what they won. They literally won championships with him.
And the success that he's had with the Warriors. Just
what
look
about
at, let's look
the
at this.
Hawks with Trae Young?
No.
Nah, I don't think
No.
so. I don't think so.
It's just the Warriors.
Trae Young don't move like Steph Curry.
Yeah, that
And
Hawks
this-
system doesn't fit.
And this
Draymond
is
at
my
all.
problem with Dre. Like,
You got a problem with it?
no, I didn't want to say that. The Warriors and Dre, they're both kind of in the middle of this. Draymond is extremely valuable, like superstar level valuable for the Warriors.
Correct.
And the Warriors don't understand that. Well, they do understand that. They're eventually going to have to pay him. On the
They just
flip
got
side,
money
though,
tied so many
on
areas.
the flip side, Draymond Green is not getting a max contract anywhere else in the NBA because his value is extreme. It's like on a different stratosphere with the Warriors as opposed to another team. And he'll be, 34, 35 years old by the time that max kicks in. So it's like the Warriors shouldn't rush anything. Draymond, I understand what he's saying. Like people who said he doesn't deserve the max, they're probably thinking of the last finals, which is understandable. But before the finals, he was great in the playoffs. Even like Game 5, Game 6, I think it was like 2 games in the finals. He was really great. So
No, he ate once he got benched.
Yeah.
He
Game
ate
6,
afterward.
Game
I think
6, he ate.
I'm with KB on this one. I think whatever Steph says, you do. I think at this point,
Surprise,
Steph
surprise
is,
you say
is-
that.
yeah, whatever Steph says, you
Yeah.
do at this point. And if
Yeah.
there's still these next 2 years are gonna really be like with eyes locked in, because if they're still amazing, the big three, if they're still amazing in the next 2 years, I don't see how you don't pay them. But at the same time, I feel like the organization has to look at it and like, we can't, right now they're already in a money situation. GMs are complaining and they're kind of getting hit with these budgets. It's going to be tough to pay all these guys at once. But I do think, depending on how these 2 next years look, if they do make a WCF run or a finals run next year, right? And then the next year they do it again, make another WCF run, I don't see how you don't pay him, because it's still working.
I understand your logic, but let's just look at this past season when Draymond goes down, right? You had them number 1 in defensive rating, the highest net rating.
Yep. He was going to win the DPOI
100%.
unanimously.
Facts.
KB mentioned that earlier. 100% he was going to win Defensive Player of the Year. He gets hurt. We see them drop off in net rating to like 9th in the NBA, which is still fantastic, but even still, it's not number 1. And then defensive rating, they ended up 11th once Draymond was out. And now that's just the defense because we understand how he impacts defense. Now let's look at the offensive side where he touches the ball the second most in the offense. You saw them significantly drop down in assists. Draymond Green also allows players like Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins to see better shots because of how great he is as a playmaker. We saw the difference between Poole hitting 37% in January to in February without Draymond Green. It was at 25.9. Andrew Wiggins was an all-star with Draymond Green in the way that he was able to see Wiggins in his spots, and we saw him drop down to 41.9% from 48% shooting. It's a matter of his impact for the Golden State Warriors. I'm not trying to see it in another perspective from different teams. I just understand his success with the Warriors, how it's led to him being a part of 4 championship teams, and his impact was felt this season. If it was 2 seasons, 3 seasons ago, maybe I can understand where the opposite side is sitting, where not to give him his bread. But we saw it this past season. There's no way I don't see Draymond Green getting a max.
You have to give Draymond the max. I think a couple of reasons. Number 1, they're paying the most tax in the league. It's not like if you let Draymond walk, you're going to have the cap space right away to go and sign someone in. And you can't even bring someone in that's going to replicate whatever Draymond does. And I think one thing that's interesting with the Warriors, their cap situation, in 2024, that's when Draymond's a free agent. Clay's a free agent as well. James Wiseman's a free agent as well. The only player really under the books that year, you're going to have Steph getting paid like $50 million, Kevon Looney, and you got Kuminga and Moody on their final year contracts of the rookie deal. So they have potentially to have space for a max contract, be able to get Clay and Draymond with bird rights, and bring in possibly another superstar to pair up with Draymond and Clay, really with that one last ride, maybe a couple of years. So
I didn't know that.
if you have...
I'm sorry, what now?
So Uzi's crazy. Uzi's crazy. So if you have the chance to be patient with Draymond, same thing with Clay, since they're both free agents 2024, if you can be patient with them and not have to pay them right away, and Wiseman, then you have the opportunity that summer to go and get a superstar while still keeping the whole team together. Now you're looking like you could really build this dynasty further than we thought.
They might let Wiseman walk.
That too.
Would that upset you or not?
Or they could
Wiseman,
they would trade him before they let him walk.
Yeah. You guys make excellent points. As somebody who's
I do really like
experimented,
Wiseman, though.
as somebody who's experimented with Draymond being my best player in 2K before, he is in fact can't be your best player. I tried that experiment. I had Draymond.
Did you see
last
season or two seasons ago?
I wanted to make a full-on defensive juggernaut squad. So I had like Draymond, I had Rudy Gobert, I had like Patrick Beverly.
Oh, this is disgusting.
You know, like I had a bunch of like.
What'd
just
you average?
great-
60 points?
I was getting scored on a lot actually.
Really?
Unfortunately, yeah.
You're playing the computer?
Interesting.
It's not that I was getting scored on. It's just that we couldn't keep up offensively at all.
I understand.
Yeah.
That we were just getting
Shocked.
blown out.
Uh-huh.
But in all seriousness, Draymond is worth the max. To the Warriors, you're right. I'm honestly, I don't think that his value just to Golden State. I think that we've seen it just be for Golden State, but he can definitely go to another situation and turn around that culture and do similar things. Like I'm not just counting Draymond out as a player completely just because we've seen him in the Golden State system.
I get it.
I think that Draymond, as a leader, what he offers is invaluable. What he offers as a passer, defensively, one of the best defensive players of our generation. The Warriors dropped to the 8. They were 18th in defensive rating with Draymond out. They were first when he was in, and they were first by a wide margin. Can he not change around another defense the same way he changes around Golden State defense when he's on the floor?
Like who?
I think he can have a similar impact to that.
Like who?
Atlanta.
He could do it for Atlanta, yeah. That's why I mentioned them.
Atlanta. How are they going to utilize him if Trae Young has the ball all day?
Well, you can use him in a pick and roll.
Timberwolves could be interesting.
They got a Conwell, man. He gonna do that.
Okongwu's
Watch when
good.
they
I like
unleash a
Okongwu.
Conwell. He gonna help that defense.
Chicago's
you
firm
guys-
also.
But you guys all basically said what I was going to say, that Draymond Green, he deserves it for this team. But we know that a dilemma is coming up with Golden State, that they're not going to be able to keep all of these players like Draymond, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins. Who's the odd man out in that situation?
They'll let Andrew Wiggins go before they let Draymond go.
Unfortunately, it would be Andrew Wiggins.
someone-
He
That
just
sucks.
represents so much, man.
That
he just
sucks
represents so
because
much.
Andrew Wiggins definitely was their second best player this playoff.
I personally, it's tough, man.
You know what I think? I think that
I think if you got Poole there, you should let Clay walk. Like,
I'm of similar thinking to you.
It's the same shit with Draymond. If you gonna let Clay walk, shit, Draymond back.
Draymond is more important than Klay Thompson.
I don't know if that, and I'm not saying this because of future.
I say
Go ahead, Joe. What are y'all saying?
Oh, it's Simons.
They don't have a. The thing is, when they drafted all these players, they were essentially replacements for the old era, right?
Correct.
They don't have a replacement for. Like, I love Kuminga. I love what he does. He's not a replacement for Draymond. He's just. I don't think he'll ever be as smart as Draymond defensively.
Wait, are you finding a Draymond replacement?
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. I like
through the
Klay,
door.
but Klay Thompson, though,
Facts, yeah.
I feel like Jordan Poole defensively, no, but offensively, yes. Like
That's not a replacement, then, Riv.
It's not, but
That's
It's
like
a lot
saying,
closer
I
than you get
hoop
with
like-
Draymond.
Do you have any
I
faith in
hoop
Moody?
like Luka, except I ain't got no step back. Oh, you
well,
ain't step. You
it's a
ain't
good.
Luka
it's a
then,
good thing
motherfucker.
Clay ain't Luka, you know, because you can't replace Luka.
This is
different.
I think I agree with you. I think out of Dre, Clay, Poole, and Wiggins, I do think if they're moving forward with three of them and leaving out one, Clay is the odd man out. Just given,
Unless Clay,
just given.
You thinking about it?
Poole.
Yeah, you thinking
it's gonna be Poole.
You thinking about it as 2K shit. Like the Splash brother, Klay Thompson is retiring a Warrior, bro.
I agree. I think
We're not breaking up Steph and
I
Clay.
think out of respect, Golden State will keep Clay.
the Wiggins is gone because they ain't letting Poole go.
Yeah, they're not letting Poole.
They're
go.
not
But
letting-
from a basketball standpoint, and what we've just seen, I know Klay Thompson came back from injuries, but I think they can win a championship without Clay if they move forward.
But this is why I said these next 2 years are important because if Clay full off season, he get his legs back next year,
I'm
he
in.
go crazy.
I'm in on Clay
Then the
this year.
conversation gets different, and now you
For
look
sure.
like, oh man, because they
now-
not letting Poole go.
because
He's
now-
not going
Because
anywhere.
if Clay goes back to what he was, now
Wiggins goes.
Now you don't need the Wiggins defense because Clay is the one who
I
now
feel like
steps in
it's-
that role.
I feel like you still do though, like because Clay, I don't think defensively will ever get back to that.
Wiggins
And
was-
Wiggins can
was
guard
on Tatum.
Wiggins' ability with his athleticism and his ability to block shots because
Well, they're hoping that's Kuminga. Kuminga should be the Wiggins replacement.
Kuminga ain't gonna be ready for like 2 years, 2 more seasons.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to roll with that then. So you can't have it all.
Yep, it sucks.
And they shouldn't even be looking at no replacements because you're not replacing Steph Curry. And if he ain't there, then none of this shit even matters.
Hell
So
no.
they should, whenever the next chapter come, you just roll and hope one of them motherfuckers can be good by themselves or a superstar. Because you ain't replacing nothing that the Warriors have done if you ain't got a Steph Curry.
But as you said,
and that
like,
motherfucker.
The odd man out stuff, I don't like Poole. They're not even thinking about letting him go. Steph, obviously, if Steph ain't going, Dre ain't going.
Steph can always just leave his damn self and say, "Y'all could just do some shit without me."
That's when things get interesting.
Yeah, if Steph ain't going, Dre is right next to him, so he ain't going. So it's up to Clay and Wiggins, and they'll let Wiggins go before Clay. They're very stick to their core, and if they're winning, they ain't gonna care. So.
I respect that. A franchise sticking by the guys that built the foundation for them.
It's a good thing. The two shooters they're gonna age fine. So
absolutely,
Steph and Clay are gonna age.
And listen,
magically.
Klay Thompson wasn't Klay Thompson this playoffs, no doubt, but his impact was felt. You have to account for him regardless of whether he's playing at Klay Thompson level or not.
Yeah. So that's going to do it for episode 200 of the Pick a Side podcast.
Give him a round of applause.
I want to shout out to you guys.
Congrats to y'all, man. 200 is a lot, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, y'all. Appreciate that.
How many episodes y'all did?
No idea.
We have no idea.
I'll be feeling the same way.
We stopped counting.
I was gonna say
so long ago.
How many years are you guys at? What, 5, 6, something like that?
I don't even know the years.
This will be our 6th season.
That's amazing, man.
So I got a question for you since you don't count the episodes. Is there any regret about that? About stopping the count?
No.
Nah.
No. Everything's still going.
I mean, we could probably do the math and figure it out. Tuesdays, Saturdays, a vacation once a year.
We've done so many episodes. It would be ugly.
We be in like the 4s, 5s.
Yeah, that's 571. That's just it looked too cluttered.
But I think it actually would look kind of cool. I disagree.
As a podcast watcher, I hate that. I hate that it's on y'all's, and I think it's on Joe Budden's too.
I just
it's on
copied.
somebody.
You just gotta let people know you a vet in the game.
That's true. That is true.
I copied.
Niggas know though.
They know.
They know that through the wide.
I copied Joe Rogan's formula for
that's who
the
else
title.
be having. I don't even watch this shit, but every time I see it on my timeline, it should be once with numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you guys for pulling up.
Absolutely,
I feel like
man.
you guys are definitely a huge inspiration for us when we just first started, and it's really just 4 friends talking about sports, and that's what I think makes it so great.
Appreciate y'all.
No,
man.
for sure. I just hope y'all ready for this NFL year because I'm gonna lean on y'all for all my NFL shit.
Who's your team?
Did you see the Patrick Mahomes video?
I'm a Cowboys fan.
All right.
Yeah, you're not ready.
Okay.
You're not locked.
Yeah,
in.
I did see it. I did see it. Y'all. I'm just a casual football fan now these days, but y'all be saying some shit that be having me like, man, do I know anything about football?
Are y'all more basketball, or more football, or y'all both?
We both.
I like to stay very firm that we're both.
Yeah.
Let me ask him this question because he a little bit into football. If Patrick Mahomes retired right now, is he a Hall of Famer?
Hell yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But they know the thing. I'm gonna send it to you. Motherfuckers were saying Matt Ryan.
Don't
So,
say
this is Mike,
hold on.
Matt Ryan.
No,
PeeWee, be very specific. It wasn't all of us. It was one man.
Hey, you can guess.
It is one man at this table.
Who was?
I ain't seen it, but I can tell by facial expressions who it probably was.
You have to guess based off this episode.
Joel.
Yes.
It was not. Joel was the one who said that he was in the Hall of Fame.
Who was it? Was it Drew?
Drew.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mike.
I thought it was Joel. My fault, Joel. Drew, you crazy.
Mike, I'm gonna replay the situation for you. We were in a Matthew Stafford debate, and Drew told me
Derek Carr.
Okay, I know, but it led to Stafford.
Yeah, it did.
Drew believes Stafford's a Hall of Famer.
I do.
But then he said Mahomes isn't.
That's crazy.
So I said if Stafford's a Hall of Famer, Mahomes is a locked-in, guaranteed Hall of Famer.
Man, fuck Hall of Famer. He's one of the best to ever do it.
I'm a casual, and I feel like I understand that.
My issue
the shit I've
was
seen
that
him do.
He's
I was having
Mahomes hater. This is the issue, bro.
The conversation that I had in my own mind was that we're talking first ballot. First ballot, I'm thinking.
I never specified that.
I thought I did, which is I can understand. That's fine. Listen, that's fine.
I rewatched the clip multiple times.
That's fine. Listen, that's fine. In my head, I'm thinking first ballot. Terrell Davis had a similar career for a running back. Not very similar. Obviously, Mahomes is just
He's a Broncos fan. That's why he's named Terrell.
Exactly.
No, but it took him 9 seasons to get in. I think that, yes, he'll get in inevitably. What he's done, he said it perfectly. You can't tell the story of the NFL without Patrick Mahomes. I just can't see it first ballot off 4 years.
But he's a Hall of Famer.
I don't know why.
You think he could be first ballot?
Bro, like you just said, you can't tell the story of the NFL without.
Not first
Patrick
ballot.
Mahomes was a fucking When he hit, it was like when Drake hit in the rap game. Like that shit. People,
Terrell,
he made people who don't even like football. I
best
got family members who don't even follow football.
MVP.
Who was like known who Patrick Mahomes. He was like a rock star in this shit.
Yeah.
It'd be different levels of shit. And I'm a big Matthew Stafford fan because I feel like he did a lot with that trash ass Lions team, and I love gunslingers who let it fly. But
he's the original Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes came in like it was like Luka Doncic. And he won a ring though. Like imagine if Luka won a ring last year.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been crazy.
My only thing is we saw Terrell Owens not be first ballot Hall of Fame.
Well, that's because of personal
Owens
issues.
is not Patrick Mahomes.
Terrell Owens is one of the best receivers of all time.
Yeah,
He has no Super Bowl.
Without a doubt. But his resume does not match Patrick Mahomes, man.
And he had all the off the field shit, the shit with the media.
Wait, so Drew.
I gotta look up the record.
So hold up. So
would y'all? I got a question.
Yeah.
Would y'all say Patrick Mahomes is probably the most electrifying player in all of sports?
Him and Lamar Jackson.
In all of sports?
He's up there.
Or
All
in
the
football?
sports?
In all of sports.
Not all of sports.
I don't know.
I feel like Patrick Mahomes for me is definitely in my
He
top.
was,
He's one of the
but
top in the
I ain't seen
NFL, so he's
Patrick
got to be
Mahomes
one of the
no.
top in all
Are we
the
talking
sports.
right now? Right now,
He is for me.
Yeah.
He can do some crazy
him and
things.
John Morant for me.
Interesting.
John Moran was in my top 5 as well.
It's him, like,
The way
Patrick
Aaron
Mahomes.
Judge hitting the baseball right now.
Oh man, what a beautiful take
Aaron
that
Judge
was,
gotta be up
PeeWee.
there.
That was
Shohei's
one of
gotta
the
be up there as
best
well.
takes.
Shohei.
Oof.
Steph Curry.
Shohei.
Steph Curry, when he was in
Yo.
the finals, like
Pierre, I forget you and KB are
Lamar
big
Jackson.
baseball fans. That Shohei opinion's also facts. The fact that he is one of the
Just hit a
best
home run.
He hit
pitchers.
2 today.
He's insane.
you're right. Yeah, I
bro.
saw that. They hit.
Changed the rule. For
It's
his
crazy
Seven
how nitpicky I am.
home runs, they lost.
I wish that he was a little bit more hit for average, but the fact that he hits home runs, it really doesn't matter. It does not matter.
So you don't think he's first ballot, but he's Mahomes. If he retired today, he's a Hall of Famer though.
It would take him some time. I think he would get in.
Like what, a year maybe?
No, I think that
4?
He gets
4 to
in
5
within.
years.
I think he's first ballot, bro.
I think he's
first
too.
ballot.
Yeah,
oh my
like-
god,
Drew, you wild
Bro,
the
he
fact
came in
that
the
you even named
league
Terrell
year
Owens
one.
was crazy.
He
Why?
came in the league year
Terrell
one,
Why?
1 MVP,
Terrell-
50 touchdowns. Bro, he did fucking everything.
He had the best quarterback
Go
season
look
of all
at the
time.
numbers.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens.
Terrell Owens
third
is
highest.
one of the reasons I even started watching football. You don't have to vouch for
So-
Terrell
so
Owens.
what's the- what
But
are we
it's-
talking
it's
about here?
everything that's attached to
Yeah.
Terrell Owens.
He's
And
got
you know
only
how
baggage,
the NFL
bro.
is when it Terrell Owens and Patrick Mahomes is two totally different
What's the baggage
conversations.
with Terrell Owens that he liked
Yes,
to be
no,
cocky?
that's
That he was
everything.
cocky.
Exactly, bro.
That's everything. That's
Think
like
about the
Barry
people voting
Bonds
for the
and
Hall of
fucking-
Fame. Think of the people voting for the Hall of Fame, how they view T.O. versus Mahomes.
I didn't mention Chris Carter because that's one of those situations 100%. There was reasons why he was not first ballot, even though he's one of the best
Correct.
to ever suit up. But Terrell Owens was completely different because anything that you had an issue with Terrell Owens was solely with the way that he voiced himself. And to me, that's
But
irrelevant.
like Joel's saying, they take that into consideration.
Yeah.
My bad.
And I'll
Which
finish.
is just how it is.
Yeah.
And I'll finish on this. But Mahomes, he has a near flawless resume. He's
Yeah.
The
He's
last
four
image
he
we
has-
have-
AFC chips, 2 Super Bowls,
He has a top
and a
3.
ring,
He has a top 3
and MVP.
He has a top 3 quarterback season of all time.
Correct.
He's a Super Bowl champion. He's been to the Super Bowl twice. He's been to 4 straight AFC
Every year.
championships.
And the last image we have of Mahomes is blowing a 17-point lead and doing absolutely nothing in the second half at
Wait,
home.
so you're just going to totally
But
disregard
you're
the
saying
image?
near
Wait,
flawless.
hold up.
You're saying near
Wait,
flawless.
are you
Bro,
totally
it's
going to
4 years. He has 4 AFC chips and 2
hasn't-
Super
he's
Bowls.
been- listen,
supposed to
of
go
course.
to, he's supposed to win 4
Patrick
Super Bowls
Mahomes,
in a
it all-
row, bro?
Are you
the
gonna
quarterback-
disregard
Let me get this
him
statement
coming
off.
back with
Let me get
17
this
seconds
statement
left?
off. Against the
Bills.
Bills was amazing for sure. He was fantastic. But let's just not pretend that it begins and ends with Patrick Mahomes. It's crazy how off the rails we just got here, but the beginning and the end is with the quarterback position, Patrick Mahomes. But let's not pretend that he's not surrounded by arguably the best offensive play caller in the game.
Yes.
Let's not pretend that he's not around probably the most electrifying wide receiver
Yes.
in the game in Tyreek Hill. Let's
He
not
was.
pretend.
He was.
Let's not pretend that he's not with the best tight end in the game as well.
That's
I'm not
fine.
saying that
Alex
he's not.
Smith had that shit too.
And he went to the playoffs.
And he fucking lost.
And I was
He
saying,
did.
and Alex Smith
He
was
never
good,
threw
but
50
Mahomes
touchdowns.
came in year
was
one.
amazing.
Was
He never
the
threw
best
50
quarterback in the
touchdowns.
NFL.
Have I-
4 straight years,
am
top
I
3 at
sitting?
minimum.
Am I sitting here saying Patrick Mahomes isn't great?
I
But
can't
that's
wait
what
to-
I'm saying, bro. Like
Damn near.
Mahomes
Stop
came
it.
in.
That's how it's coming across because I'm saying he's not
came
first
in.
ballot.
All these
Come
guys
on.
you're naming, bro, did not come in year one and were the best at their position
No
in a
doubt.
4-year run,
No doubt.
top 3
I
at
can't-
minimum.
I
With a
can't
Super
wait.
Bowl,
He's
bro.
been the best quarterback 2 of the 4 years, correct?
And
Yeah,
it's
it's
still
top 3
going.
get worse.
No, you can argue he's the best quarterback right now.
I mean,
Oh, you can.
I would say that I'm taking Rodgers. I'm taking Josh Allen as
Don't
well.
say you're taking Rodgers because you had Mahomes 2 behind Josh Allen.
No, I had Mahomes. I
Hand
actually
him
had
forward.
Herbert. I had Herbert over him.
You had Herbert over Mahomes?
Bro, you
I
know
think
how he
skill-wise,
is. You know how he is with Mahomes.
I can't wait until
They're
the
both in the same division with me. So
I can't wait until the Broncos
beat
fail
y'all
this
ass.
season. Just
Mahomes been beating y'all ass.
Yeah,
The Chargers
Jay
have.
when the
Herbert
Broncos win the Super Bowl,
I
I'm
like
gonna
Jay
be lit.
Herbert too, but damn.
But
Wait, you had Herbert over Mahomes?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
This is my projections for next season. I think Herbert's
Yeah,
gonna lead into that.
it was a great show, but that shit is definitely showing us the end.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Thank you
boys.
guys for being on.
Absolutely.
We really
Appreciate
appreciate it
y'all.
once again. So this
I
gonna
appreciate y'all boys, man. Keep grinding, keep taking it to new heights. And shit. I guess we'll be back for 300.
Yeah.
sir.
Is there, before we go, is there anything each of you guys want to shout out?
Y'all for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. We
Appreciate
really
that, man.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Hopefully we can get a hoop session in.
Listen,
for sure.
Hey,
Someday.
y'all are ever
We're
in
in
New York,
Chicago,
y'all ever
yeah.
in Jersey, hit us up.
You know where we
And
stay.
just because I have the time to say this right now, KB, I try to get an Enjoy Basketball hoodie. I couldn't get it.
We got another drop in 3 weeks.
I ain't got one either, and I'm his blood.
Bro, I
was
saw
limited,
those.
bro. It was extremely limited. It was like I think we sold 400 or 500 total hoodies. This one, the next drop is like 2,500.
Yeah.
So it's readily available.
But those hoodies are legitimately fly.
Thank
Like
you.
the
We took a
colors.
step back for drop number 2. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, like I looked at them and
Honesty
I'm like,
is-
I literally told myself like this is a must cop. Like the beige color, I was like, that's a must.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Tough.
Appreciate
I
that.
was sad I missed out on it. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we might redrop them in a year.
Okay.
But so just be around me.
All right.
Said,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to episode 200 of the Pick a Side podcast. We'll see you next time.